none. Baker drinks are under the lights. It's Saturday night, trash palates unite. Or guess it's fly, who's got the knack? By decent battles, there's no turning back. With guests from afar, it's a wild whiskey ride. The army is here, standing strong by their side. It's Saturday night, trash palates unite. Raise your glasses up, let's toast to the fight. Pick your drinks, bring some fire, keep spirits alive. Trash palate army is here and alive. Trash palate army is here and alive. Trash palate challenge, the stakes are high. 4 sniffs, 4 sips, gotta give it a try. You win, or you're crushed. It's tough under these lights. Laura and Troy, they keep it so real. Battling blind till the final reveal. With friends on the screen, the fun has begun. Watch out, Laura and Troy just won. It's Saturday night, trash palates unite. Raise your glasses up, let's toast to the fight. Make your drinks, bring some fire, keep spirits alive. Trash palate army is here and alive. Trash palate army is here and alive. Bourbons from rise, we savor the pour. With every sip, we're loving it more. Whiskey friends on a Saturday stream. Baker drinks turns the night to a scene. It's Saturday night, trash palates unite. Raise your glasses up, let's toast to the fight. Pick your drinks, raise a fire, keep spirits alive. Trash palate army is here and alive. Trash palate army is here and alive. So here's to Troy, here's to Laura too. To the trash palate army and what we all do. Saturday nights where we all belong. With Baker drinks, we'll keep singing this song.
Cheers! Happy Saturday. Thanks for being here. We got a little fruity bourbon drink here.
It's a
And it's
blackberry
delicious.
smash.
It's delicious. Top Dog was here at 6 a.m. saying he's ready to go. Definitely early and ready. Dave Vogel saying Trash Palates Unite on Saturday night. Piper John Whiskey Nose. Cheers.
What's up, Marty?
Rob Shit Show Supervisor. Cheers. Randall Erickson.
Cheers to you.
Let's see. Top Jimmy. Cheers to you. Thanks for being here. We got the Bourbon Jerk.
They were having a heck of a conversation.
Dave said a whole bunch of things, and Gandy said a whole bunch of things. Gandy Road, cheers. Russ L, cheers. Hazmat Compton. Stephen Scone, Shelf Sippers. Thanks for being here. Cheers. We got Michael Bordner's here. Rob Rhodes, Life from the Patio. Yeah, looking at Marty's background tonight, we were thinking we needed to take a trip out to Arkansas. It looked pretty nice out
yeah.
there.
Chris Jenkins.
Chris Jenkins, cheers.
And thanks so much for joining the Patreon.
Yes, Mr. Mom 310. Scrolling. Silly Yorkie Whiskey for me, cheers. Thanks for being here. Larry 3R, cheers. Roger Reese, cheers. Bourbon and Balls is here. That's good. It's good that everyone's here. The competitors are
Renee
here.
P.
Renee P, cheers. Gotta have a drink with all those cheers in.
I know.
Show Me the Proof is here. Cheers. We got John Wade. Cheers to you. Joe B is in the house. The Rye Guy is here. And look at that. He typed out. He got everyone's name in there. Everyone got a cheers from him.
He's putting in that extra effort tonight.
Yeah. Randall Erickson. Cheers. Jeff Drinks at Bourbon and Balls is here. Cheers.
Got bourbon, whiskey uncensored.
Whiskey uncensored, jerky balls. Yep, guess so.
Or ballsy jerks.
That could be it too. Let's see. Torup is here. Cheers, Torup. Mr. Richie J. What's up, flippin' amigos? Let's see. Night Method is here. Cheers. Rick Moreland. Cheers, you all. After these blinds, I'm barely alive. Well, maybe you need some rest. Or a hospital.
or less blinds.
Tom Black. Cheers. From the Bourbon Hall crew, I guess. Let's see. I think I'm getting close.
Are you there?
I think I made it.
All right. Saturday night, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We are here for another fantastic matchup of the Trash Palate Challenge. This series is winding down. I think we've got one, maybe two battles left. And then we're going to put it away for the summer. During the summer, we'll probably just do some blinds, some whiskey battles, and maybe a game or two. Punishment wheel, probably. And then we'll come back in the fall with the next blend event. So start thinking about your blends, because it's going to be serious this year. Not that it wasn't last year.
I don't know that it's going to be serious. It's going to be a good time, and it'll be...
The whiskey's going to be serious whiskey.
Oh, yes.
All right, we've got a great show tonight, y'all. We have some stuff to talk about. First, though, we got some giveaways.
Patron only first. I just love that you're labeling it as the overrated bottles.
Yeah, so if you're a patron at any paid level, you are entered on our wheel for these weekly giveaways. Once you win, you're removed from the wheel, so everybody gets a chance to win, and then we start it all over again. This week, it's the overrated Old Foresters. You got some Statesman, and you got some 1924. So whoever wins that will be getting those. They're already packaged up, ready to go. What else are we going to give away?
Super chats.
Yes, there is a elevated flight tonight. If you want to super chat us, every $5 super chat donation will get you an entry for the 15-year-old whiskeys, the Sam Houston 15, the Cal 15, the Master Pick 15, and I know that Woodinville Founders Find has some 12-year in it, but it's mostly 15-year-old whiskey.
I think it's mostly 12-year-old whiskey, but it does have 15-year-old whiskey in it.
It's debatable. It tastes like 15 to me. It's pretty damn good. So anyways, you'll get that along with your super chat donation. That sticker right there in the middle, that's the sticker tonight. And this is the last night for that sticker. It retires after tonight. So if you are brand new to us and you do super chat for a chance to win those whiskeys, 4 2-ounce samples, by the way, email us. So I have your contact information. I'd love to get that sticker to you.
Yeah.
At a minimum.
We give out stickers every night as well.
We got some freebies too. We have two flights, 4 2-ounce samples from our personal collection. Let's do hashtag balls, BALLZ.
Okay, I will put that, I'll make a banner for that.
Yeah, Laura's going to put up a banner. Hashtag balls will get you into the free drawing for that. You
just have to be here when we draw.
Be here when we draw. We're going to do about halfway through the show. We'll draw that one, and then we'll do another one. And I'm guessing it's probably going to be hashtag jerk. But we'll see when the time comes. Don't enter now.
Because it won't count. The Bourbon Jerk, thank you for the super chat. Says, let's go. Top Jimmy says, I'm in. $20 super chat. Thank you. Dave Vogelsang says, for the taters. Eric Gunderson is here.
What's up, Eric?
And Dennis is here. Cheers. Oh, look at that. Torp says, no sticker needed. Bitcoin sent. And, I don't know. I didn't get an alert, but... Oh, there we go. There's an alert.
She got the alert.
Ty is here. Says hashtag balls. Jeff Drinks, thanks for the super chat. And lots of balls.
Torp
William Hall is here. Roger Reese.
Torp sent you 5 bitcoins.
No, he did not send me 5 bitcoins. I'd be like, we're retiring.
We'll send you the bottles.
$5. Roger Reese, thank you. Cheers, Whiskey Friends. Gandy Road, cheers, Trash Palettes, thank you. Eric Gunderson, fingers crossed. And lots of hashtags. Top Dog says, I'm here. He's like, let's go. Let's get this started. We want to smell and drink some whiskey.
All right. Well, I'm out of announcements. Let's bring out our guests.
Okay, we got a few of them tonight. We got Bourbon and Balls, Top Dog, and the Bourbon Jerk. All here tonight.
What's up, y'all? How you doing?
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Heck yeah.
Cheers. Got to take another drink.
So,
A lot of balls in the chat.
who's excited for this? This has been a long time in the making.
I was up at 6 a.m.
You were up at 6 a.m.
Love the enthusiasm, man.
I was sitting at the table ready to go.
There you go. I love
It's
it.
been sitting there for a long time.
So everybody's got their samples poured up in front of them. They've not nosed. They've not tasted. They've just been airing out for about 10 minutes or so.
Ready to go.
You guys all have a control pour, I assume.
Oh,
No.
more of it. Hold on, I drank it all. Hold on.
Yeah, we
Top,
took too
top
long.
Dog, what's your control pour tonight?
I went with Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond.
Great choice. Love that bottle.
I've got Redwood Empire Cask Strength Pipe Dream.
Oh, going with
That's-
a little
that's a-
higher proof.
That's
There
a
we go.
bold move. Cask strength control pour.
And I got the holiday bottle and bond.
Solid.
I'm going to go with your
solid,
favorite, Troy, the Wild Turkey 101.
He's going to get them all right. It's going to taste exactly like that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to plant any seeds, but maybe. You never know.
We got a couple more super chats. Let me acknowledge them. Randall Erickson says, cheers, first time subscriber, but I know most of the criminals in this chat. Well, thanks for
Yeah,
subscribing.
welcome
Thanks
to
for
the
being
show.
here. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. Rob says 15-year bourbons with a super chat. Thank you. Rick Moreland, I'm sorry, but kiss my butt. That's what he says. Rob Rose says sticker, please. There we go.
All right. I love it. So there's definitely some new faces in the chat. So first time here, this is how this works. We have sent out flights to all of these gentlemen on the screen, and we're going to ask them a series of questions. They're going to nose, they're going to taste, and they're going to provide us answers via text. And we will score each question, and whoever scores the most points at the end of this is dubbed the Trash Palette Challenge winner for the week. You guys all will survive, I promise. You got the stickers that prove that already. Let me give you the score sheet because you're going to keep score.
Oh, I guess I have a job to do.
Yeah, you can't just sit over there and look pretty.
Good.
All right, so
This looks different.
we're going to do things slightly different tonight. We lost somebody.
Well, it's just me against Tom now.
Uh-oh.
You guys are a team. You can't be against each other. Oh, they're back.
I guess we'll entertain till they return. There they are.
All right.
You gave up already.
No, I pressed one too many buttons.
All right, so who wants to be on the interview hot seat first, and who would like to do the nosing round first?
I think we want to do the nosing round first.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So when I ask Bourbon and Balls the interview question, you will have your opportunity to nose all 4 samples
At the same time.
at the same
Well, I
time.
mean, I guess
one at a time.
However you want to do it.
And I want to know, is this whiskey finished?
So same question for each one. They could be different answers.
You will text me an answer for A, an answer for B, an answer for C, an answer for D, or 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess is how I labeled these.
Okay.
Makes
And you
makes
want
sense?
John and I doing this while that you're talking to the other gentleman?
Yep, we'll have Bourbon and Balls on the screen doing an interview. We're going to mute you guys and have you off to the side.
Okay.
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 All right. I love how they say gentlemen.
We mute them.
She's going to mute you. There you go. Feel free to talk. You are muted. Charlie and Jeff,
Yes,
welcome to
sir.
the show. How y'all
Yes.
doing?
We're doing quite well. Jeff got his
Jeff,
power
I was expecting your purple zoot suit tonight.
Oh yeah, you should have.
I know. I'm working on a Pikachu because Torok wants me to have a yellow.
Yeah, you look kind of bland today.
I know I am. Got my
You just look like a normal guy today.
Yeah. Been fighting a head cold, so yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm here.
That's no fun.
All right, guys. I'm going to ask you the question. You can both have the same answer, or you can give me individual answers. Individual answers would probably be more fun. Without naming an existing product, describe your perfect whiskey. For example, mine would be a 10 to 12-year-old, 110 to 115 proof, Kelvin finished bourbon from Kentucky.
Mine would probably be like a 8-year, 115 proof. No finish.
Bourbon?
Bourbon rye,
Yes,
single
bourbon,
malt.
bourbon. No, single malt my ass. No way. Just straight bourbon.
It could be anything: whiskey, rye whiskey, right?
Anything. Whatever you want.
Any Canadian whiskey if you like.
No, I don't want a Canadian whiskey. Well, I don't know. Foul North might be
yeah.
one I might have.
No, do something though.
Yeah, I would like about a 6 to 8 year, 110, 115 proof rye,
Okay.
Finished, unfinished?
unfinished.
Okay. So now let's parlay that into an existing product. Which existing product fits that description for you? What's your go-to? You didn't realize there was going to be a test, did you?
You know what this fits into mind? McBrayer.
Yeah, it does.
It sure does. I never even thought about that until now.
Mine would probably be probably the Penelope American Light Whiskey. Rye.
Well, that's not a rye.
It's a rye, isn't it?
Dude, no.
It's an
No, it's
American
American
light whiskey.
Oh,
It's in its name.
yeah.
Christ almighty.
I was thinking Penelope. There's a toasted rye Penelope that I like.
Oh, okay.
Jeff has had some football injuries in the past.
Yeah.
There's been some TBIs. It's fine.
Yeah. From time to time, so you're all right.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe that AM Scott barrel proof rye.
Okay.
That would be a good
Oh,
one.
Okay,
It's
you
about
guys have some very unique
112.
bottles.
they're local to them.
Nice.
Yeah, so this one, the judge back, this dude back here, I didn't even realize when I said it, and then when you followed up with a brand, it's kind of weird that it fit that
Yeah.
narrative. So good for me.
Yeah.
Top Jimmy says, I have 8 or 10 bottles of McBrayer. I love it.
Yeah. Now, when you guys had us on your show and you sent us samples to drink with you, you had an AM Scott and a McBrayer in there.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
That was the show that never aired, right?
Well, we've done it twice. One didn't air and one did.
Oh, we did it twice?
Yeah, we did
The one that didn't air had like the bottle that lit up.
Oh, yeah, that was it was the Eclipse bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. So I remember we had
Yeah.
All right. Well,
times.
So
no,
good, we
this-
did air it.
Yeah, I
All
couldn't
right,
remember
let's-
if it character or not.
Let's
We got
bring.
so many videos. Do you guys ever have any videos that you just don't air? Like you made it just don't go on?
We've had some. We usually just release them to Patreon or channel members.
Oh no, we don't have it because it's such crap, and we just don't put it out.
I mean,
Yeah,
We unedited, just raw. Here you go. This is the process.
sometimes they're just bad. It's okay.
All right, guys, glasses down. Text me your
I'm
answers.
gonna unmute you guys so you guys can talk.
All right, I'm gonna-
show with Aaron from Green River.
Michael Bordner, thanks for
Tom,
the
I think we
super
got
chat.
him in.
Okay, yeah, I'm texting Troy right now.
Okay.
Okay. Charlie is a secret single malt fan. He just doesn't know it, says Michael Bordner. And EJ is here. Cheers, EJ. Thanks for being here.
What's up, EJ?
All right, Troy, does my text make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
And they're just in order 1, 2, 3, 4, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now you guys will be out front for the interview question. Charlie and Jeff, we're going to put you off to the side. We'll mute your microphone so you can talk. And nosing only, no tasting. Sample 1, 2, 3, and 4. You get to nose them all. I want to know, are these whiskeys finished? And each one will have a separate answer when you text it.
I think
Okay,
I'm gonna leave
all
the
right, sounds
screen
good.
like it is and just mute them so that because I can only have one of them on the screen
Oh,
in
yeah.
the big spot. So
Yeah.
just leave it like this.
So we can only have one of you in the big spot, so we'll leave it like this, and we'll just mute them and ignore them. We won't pay no attention to the men in the upper left corner. All right, so without naming an existing product, describe your perfect whiskey. For example, mine would be a 10 to 12-year-old, 110 to 115 proof, Kelvin finished bourbon from Kentucky.
Geez, I'm definitely going Kentucky. John, you on board with that?
I'm on board with Kentucky for sure.
Okay. Now,
You guys can have
perfect, you said,
different
Troy?
answers.
Yeah, like this is, you are crafting your perfect bourbon, just like CYPB.
Like whatever
Okay.
would be perfect for your palate.
I might go even higher, like maybe 12.
Okay.
Proof. For me, John, I like 112 to like 117.
Okay. I was gonna go a little lower. I was gonna go probably stick in the 8 or 9 year or 8 to 10 year, and I want to keep it under 110. If I'm gonna
Okay.
be drinking it all the time, I just want just a lower proof.
That makes sense. I
Yep.
can get on board with that.
Yep. I mean, a lot of my go-tos are probably right where you said that between that 150. We'll just say 107 to 115 is a lot of my go-to bourbons.
I'm a huge fan of double oaked stuff too. I don't know if that would be one in my
Same.
perfect bourbon, but boy, I'm a big double oaked fan. Troy.
I agree with that. At one time I wasn't, but all of a sudden I just love it, adding a little more oak to everything.
Yeah, if you kind of A/B a double oaked version of something to
Yeah.
something that's just single oaked, that's
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. So
You
now-
know, there's definitely a lot more going on, a different thickness,
Yeah.
different layers.
Now, when you're coming up with the answer, did you have a specific shelfer in mind when you were thinking about that, or?
You know, I got one in mind, and I know I've shared this with John, and he might be able to get on board with this. But the one that's coming to mind right now is that Hirsch double oak that I've got, John.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Is that Willet? A Willet Hirsch?
It's a blend of Willet and something else. I haven't looked at the bottle in a minute, but just kind of talking through it, that one is the one that kind of popped into my head. And I'm thinking, boy, that I might have a little bit of that before the night is over here.
And that set
Heard
the
good
first
things.
time I had it, it set a memory in my head. And I'm trying to trade dusty turkeys for the rest of the bottle, and the person
Oh, wow.
wouldn't budge. I loved
Oh,
it
wow.
that much. It was so
They
good.
must have as well if they didn't
Yep.
want to trade you that.
Yeah. But my go-to will be probably an MGP in that range, either a Backbone, it could be a Jepson's, it could be anything as long as it falls in that copper and cask. That's where I like all that stuff. And that copper and cask 9 year last year was my bourbon of the year, which I really
Yeah,
enjoyed.
Heard lots of good things about that bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a sample of Copper and Cask, and I actually just noticed Oregon has one bottle in the state, and it's at some obscure store. So I don't know if it's really there or not.
Probably not.
Yeah, it's just not available near
It's
us.
like one of those where we drive 3 hours and we get there and they're like, "Oh yeah, the owner took that, but
Yeah.
haven't."
Yeah, we just sold
picked
it 10
up
minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oregon's one of those states that, so it's state controlled, but the stores are individually owned. So Oregon State does all of the distribution. They set the prices, and they only deliver to the stores. So if you're a restaurant or a bar, you buy from the store as well. So all
Oh,
the
wow.
stores will save a lot of their allocation for restaurants and bars because that's their biggest customers.
Yep.
Yeah, it's bizarre how everything varies from state to state. I remember last time I was on, you were telling me about the tax in Washington.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
which is
yeah.
insane.
Yeah, so a good example of that tax. A week and a half, 2 weeks ago now, I was fortunate enough to pick up the Jack Daniels 12 for 109 and the 14 for 139. And
That's
my total
cheap.
bill, oh yeah, my total bill was over $300 out the door because of the
Yeah.
tax. And I still was happy paying it.
Yeah, because I think I paid in the 140 range for a 14 when I was able to score it this year. And that's all
Yeah.
because of tax here also, because Tennessee has a high alcohol tax because they make it off all our tourism down here.
Gotcha.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, ours is like 21.5% or something like that, plus a liter tax and a bottle tax.
That's wild.
So just on a side note, we're pouring up some samples now. I'm done with my cocktail. Just poured up the Widow Jane Black Opal. It's a 20-year-old Mizunara finished bourbon, and this is
Wow.
from my buddy Lance from State Line. Looking forward to getting into that. Have you tried it yet?
I have, but I'm not going to give my opinion until you try it and tell me your opinion.
I hope it's good because it's like a $400 bottle.
Oh, wow.
There's some more people in chat that I haven't said hi to. Oak and Agave's here. Cheers. Dustin Bocek, the Bloody 81. I don't know if I said hi to Mr. Lopez. Richie
What's up,
Lee.
Danny?
Anyone else I missed? Cheers. Thanks for being here.
Well, that's spicy for 99 proof.
Oh, so you did try it. So I can... Oh, I'll still wait for your opinion. Okay.
Yeah, she's writing down your guys' score. You can unmute them too if you
Oh,
want.
yeah, I guess. Got extra steps here.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts to this, and I don't do any of them because I don't know how.
Okay.
That's
could
two
do
of
it.
us.
He could do it. He just pretends like he doesn't know how. He's playing dumb here.
Yeah. When Tom sent me the stream, the first thing he kept saying, "Did you figure it out tonight? Did you figure it out tonight?" Because he knows me.
Heck yeah. So nosing round is done. How do y'all feel?
Not good.
Thirsty.
Well, good. See, it was only one question, and now you get to start drinking whiskey.
What do you
All
I
right.
don't like this at all.
You don't? I think it's pretty darn good.
I don't like it at all.
It's
got a
thin.
weird
It's only
flavor.
99 proof. I hate it when they add water to a 20-year-old whiskey because it's
Yeah.
just a
Get
shame
on lightly.
that whiskey spent that much
We're
time
gonna
in the
hear that
barrel
on
and
I
then they
think
water it down.
More companies are doing that, you see, when watering down that good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and then charging $400+ for
Yeah.
it. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is 20 years old and Mizunara finish, so, but
Yeah.
it's just, I don't...
I mean,
maybe
I would
it's the finish I don't like.
I would never even consider paying that much money for this bottle, but it is tasty. I do like it. Thank you, Lance. Very generous 2-ounce sample of that.
Yes, it was generous. I just don't like it.
Okay.
More for you, I guess. More for you.
All right.
Do you
so,
feel bad when you get a sample that you don't like and you know it's a pricey bottle?
Yes. I
Yes.
do a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes and no. I mean, a lot of times I feel more bad about a sample that someone sends me that they're really excited about and they like, and it just doesn't hit with me.
Yeah.
You know,
For
like
sure.
if somebody picks a barrel and, hey, try this, I'm really proud of it, and I don't like it, I feel really bad about that.
Right.
Oh, Mizunara is a wood, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Japanese
That's-
oak.
That's why I don't like it, because it's like a double oak. It's like char. It tastes
Yeah,
like char.
Laura's not a double oak fan at all. She don't like toasted.
Oh, wow.
She don't like double oak. She
It tastes like burnt wood. That's what it tastes like.
tastes
Hey,
like
you know,
nice, sweet, and
different things
spicy oak.
translate to everyone different, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I will enjoy the rest of that sample myself. Thank you very much, Laura.
You're welcome. I'm just sharing. I'll drink my water out of my Glen here.
Yeah, we'll get on to the next sample in a little bit. Okay, we're going to move on to the palate. And Bourbon and Balls, you're going to taste first.
Nice.
So when I asked the question to Bourbon Jerk and Top Dog, when they start talking, you can start tasting. And you're going to taste all 4 samples. And I want to know the proof of each sample. Now, there are varying points. If you're plus or minus 1, of the proof, you get 3 points. If you're plus or minus 2 to 3, you get 2 points, and plus or minus 4 to 5, you get 1 point.
Okay. All right.
So, proof of all 4.
All 4 samples. Change
And they
it
can
up
all,
tonight.
and they can only start once we start talking.
And these
Yep,
are
and when you're done,
these are whiskeys, not bourbons, right?
Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
We'll
find out when we reveal.
Did we say one or the other thing? They could be anything.
All right.
And once you guys are done talking, they have to stop tasting. That is also the rule.
Although we'll ask plenty to give you time to taste
wow.
4 samples.
All right, let's go.
Samples, 4
Quick answers.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah,
mute
yeah,
you
open-ended questions.
Tom, if Hollywood were to make a movie about your team there, who would be cast as Top Dog?
Top Dog. Oh, okay, let's see. Hey, John, do me a favor, like right at the camera.
I already got my answer for you.
All right. I'm thinking here. I'm gonna go with Ed O'Neill.
Oh, I like that one.
Okay. Why Ed O'Neill?
You know, I'm just kind of zeroing in on the face, and I'm reminded of a young Ed O'Neill, circa, I don't know, season 5 of Married with Children.
So it's more about the looks than the persona, right?
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough.
Wow. And I went with, what is it, Liam Neeson? As soon as you said pick an actor, it just went think and popped into my head. Why? I have no clue.
Well, I do have a very specific set of skills, John.
Yes, okay. But that's exactly what I thought of. I said that was
interesting
easy.
movie with those characters.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
are we talking like a young Liam Neeson? We talking like Gangs of New York? Or are we talking like current Liam Neeson?
I don't even think I watched too many of his movies, so I'm going to go in the middle of his life. I don't know.
It's
But
the
that's
accent,
what it
right?
reminded me of. I don't know why. Maybe I
Works for
want.
me.
You know, maybe I look at too many magazine covers at the grocery store. I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
Well, we got a couple more super chats. Mr. Richie J says stickers are very impressive. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And Bourbon Dan with just $10. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Bourbon
you very
Dan.
much.
What's going on, Bourbon Dan?
Complexopedia is here. Says cheers.
What's up, Justin? Yeah. So now you mentioned looking at the magazine covers in the supermarket. That's kind of not as big as it used to be. I remember as a kid, you'd go to the store and they would have just a huge magazine rack there. You know, of course, all of like the adult magazines were like half or partially covered, and in one section by themselves. And as a little kid, you're trying to peek around, you know, see if you can't see something, and then, you know, like all of the outdoor life and the people and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Magazines just aren't as big as they used to be.
No, now they're all crock pot and air fryers.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that, but I'm still not going to buy one.
Yeah, like just print media in general is kind of a dying thing.
Yeah. But still, you still like to have it in your hand once in a while, like on an airplane or something like that.
Sure.
You
Yeah,
want
not the only
that.
place I see magazines anymore, John, is if I go to the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because people are sitting for a
and you
long
can
time.
only
They need entertainment.
you can only read the barf bag instructions for so long.
Yes.
Yeah, or the what is it, the Sky Bar or whatever it is that they put in the
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
Their menu, like,
I can
okay,
only
there's
get wild
5 drinks
turkey on
here.
my
What
flight.
should I
Mall.
get?
Yeah. Yeah. They don't even have the Sky Mall anymore.
Yeah, they
The Sky
don't.
Mall was good.
Oh, if they don't have that anymore, that shows you how long it's been since I've flown anywhere.
No Sky
Yeah,
Malls.
Torp says books are good if it's about Bitcoin. Okay.
All right, Charlie
guys
and Jeff,
done?
glasses down.
They're dying there. Hopefully they
Must be high proof.
see
Looks
who
like they're
answered.
all
They're
feeling it.
they're liquored up already.
gonna
We're gonna
unmute
unmute you.
All right, I got a text. Let's see if it's from them.
Okay.
Okay, we got their answers in.
Oh,
Got the answers. They're all correct. Good job.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Nailed it.
They're all answers.
Yeah, I don't know what the answers are. I have a score sheet, but it does not have the answers next to. It just has blanks, so I don't really know what the answers are.
Yep. All right. So we're gonna put Top Dog and Bourbon Jerk off to the side. We're gonna ask you the same question on the palate for all 4 whiskeys. What is the proof?
And I muted both of them, so
Charlie and Jeff.
just us.
Yes, sir.
What do you
Yeah,
think of
ma'am.
that round?
There's got to be some single malt in this. I ain't gonna lie.
We've planted the seed.
I think you did. There's no freaking way these things. Some of these things, a couple of them are bourbons. There's just no way. But you know what? We'll see.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll find out here in about an hour and a half.
Oh,
Or quicker.
Maybe quicker. Depends on how quick you guys answer your question.
We're flying through.
All right,
Flying through.
Charlie.
yes, sir.
If Hollywood were to make a movie about your team there, who would be cast as Jeff?
Oh, Burl Ives from Frosty the Snowman.
I mean, I do see the resemblance.
Oh, it's spot on.
What's your Venmo?
Oh yeah. So yeah, we got this little guy.
Oh, it's so cute.
Look at that.
That's Jeff.
It's Jeff. Jeff, you're so cute.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. Him and Frosty are best friends.
Hold on. I got a technical question here I got to figure out how to answer.
Yep, right there. Okay.
That's an easy answer.
Okay.
Well, someone wants our
So Burl Ives as Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah,
Venmo.
or Wilford
Now,
Brimley.
is it more of a looks thing, or is
Yes.
it the way he acts, the way he talks?
I wouldn't say with the way he acts because Burl Ives is pretty professional and tight and everything. And I'm just saying, like Jeff is kind of off the cuff. So no, so definitely the looks, but I would do a little Wilford Brimley. You know the
Oh, okay.
the diabetes.
You got diabetes?
Diabetes.
I was thinking about the Quaker Oats.
I forgot about those diabetes commercials.
All right.
All right. Well, there you
Jeff, Jeff, who would play Charlie?
Oh man. Gosh. I'll probably say Leonard from Big Bang Theory.
go. Leonard.
Yeah.
The Leonard.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
Leonard. Oh,
No, I gotta- I
It's
gotta-
Galecki, right?
I gotta search
Never mind.
which
I was
one is
thinking of
Leonard
Sheldon
here
instead.
because I can't
All right.
remember.
Well, then I get
I might
Penny.
be wrong. I think it's Johnny Galecki or some shit like that.
Oh man.
I'll go with that. But
Oh.
apparently, I get Penny, so I'm good.
Was even close.
John-
Nailed it.
I don't know.
So
All right.
Johnny Galecki.
Yeah.
All right,
I
we'll
mean,
go
I
with
feel
that.
like that's a better option out of the guys on that show.
Corup said in
So-
chat that I'm 100% Grinch. Am I a Grinch?
Yeah.
Am I a Grinch?
Yeah.
And who was it that voiced the Grinch in the original? Was it
I don't know.
Oh,
That was
shit.
a long time ago. It was before I was
he
alive.
sang the song?
Mr. Ray.
Why can't I think of it?
Well, I guess I'll search that one up too, Troy.
Someone in the chat, help us. We're drowning here.
Troy is drowning. I didn't care who voiced the original Grinch, but
Boris Karloff, right?
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
Yeah. Rob says you're a Grinch too.
Well, I mean,
Grinch or Rob?
Boris Karloff. Good job.
Oh,
Whoever
my-
that is, you
Check
You
out
nailed
my
it.
big brain.
I'm a
nailed it.
perfect
You
Karloff.
came up with your own question and answered it. Good job, Troy.
I didn't answer it.
Oh, you were just reading chat?
No, it just came to me.
It came to you
Yes,
while it
Boris
came on the
Karloff.
screen.
Thanks, Top Jimmy and Eric
And EJ.
and EJ. They all have bigger brains than me. They were much faster at this.
I found
All
myself-
right, glasses down.
Giving him a
Text
contest
me
over here.
your answers. Let's bring them back out to the stage. And we have some Venmos in, so let's go through that.
Okay, let me unmute them so that they're not trying to talk and I'm just ignoring them. So, hope you enjoyed tasting some alcohol instead of just smelling it.
Yep. Stephen Scone, stay trashy with my spirit animal. Trash Pandas Unite. $10. Thank you so much. Ragin' Cajun, 15-year. $5. Thank you so much. Joe B. It just says Joe B. $5. Thank you so much.
Grits and stuff.
And Whiskey Shaman for live. Go Tom. $10. Thank you guys so much. That all contributes to
Cheers,
the
Randall.
shipping expenses. We send out a lot of whiskey and stickers here. All right. So now we will keep Charlie and Jeff out for the interview. Top Dog and the Bourbon Jerk, you will stay off to the side.
All right, just texted you the guesses here, Troy.
Oh, let me get them recorded here for
Before we ask the
before
next
we ask the
question.
next one. We don't want any shenanigans. Okay.
I'm good. My hands are up. Knives are down.
Okay, got it.
All right. Here is your question. And you can come to it however you choose, nosing, drinking, chatting about what you've already tasted. I do encourage you to save some whiskey for the end. There's lots of questions. Which of these samples for 1 point is bourbon?
Okay.
John, I got a guess right off the bat. Yeah.
Let me mute you guys before you
Go send it to me and
spilled it. Okay, there we go. Muted you guys.
All right. Charlie and Jeff,
Yes, sir.
what is the most overrated snack food on the market today?
Bunions.
No. Onions.
Oh gosh, you're crazy.
Jeff mows them down like they're going out of business.
Be prepared to defend your answer.
What
I
don't you like
understand,
about
but I don't get
Funyuns?
onion out of it.
No, it's not. It's not an onion. It's just a
It's just-
flavor that.
There's no flavor. It's all just a bunch of just a crunch amount stuff. It's just,
Well-
there's nothing there.
satisfies that.
And it didn't satisfy me.
Well, that's because you had your Doritos. You know, you got your
Nacho cheese.
nacho cheese Doritos. But most overrated.
You gotta take that down.
Oh,
Man, I don't know.
What about Takis?
Takis. Yeah. I don't
Kid-
like those.
The kids love Takis.
Yeah, I don't like those. But yeah, they are Takis.
And
Yeah.
and you guys can have different answers. You don't both have to have the same thing. But if you agree on it, that's fine.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Torb
agree.
says Takis. EJ says Flamin' Hot Cheetos. People don't like the spicy stuff. That's what I'm getting here.
Wasabi
Steven
peas.
Scone, seaweed chips.
Probably peas. What is that?
Yeah, and they're dry roast or they're dried peas that got wasabi flavor. in them.
Really?
I like those.
I love
Like in
wasabi.
Chex Mix.
Laura puts them in the Chex Mix.
Oh, it's so good in Chex
When
Mix.
she's not looking, I pick them out.
I know. I get extra.
Yeah.
I need to try that. I love wasabi.
Well, I like
Sure, we
wasabi.
got some over there.
There is some over there.
I
It's gonna ruin your palate.
No,
though.
I just was gonna show them.
Oh,
I don't see them.
Yeah, I'll grab them. They're right there.
We do film inside of the pantry, so you know.
Oh,
you
okay.
can
Well,
see
there
the
you go.
food and
Wasabi. I might.
Troy's
I'll have to
Troy's
try some
finding
of
the
this.
wasabi peas. See, they're just
Really?
wasabi. Here, let me.
So
let me
you
make
just eat them
myself
straight
that
up?
small.
You
No, I
just eat them
usually
straight
make
up?
I usually make Chex Mix, and then so they're with Chex and stuff, but they're pretty good by
Really?
themselves too. They're really crunchy though, like really crunchy.
They're like, I think they're probably freeze dried. That's how crunchy they are.
Yeah, it's
So-
like clean up.
That sounds great.
Like a partner question. What's the most underrated snack food?
underrated.
Something you love that nobody knows about.
Those
I
are
like
good.
that.
I'm gonna
Ooh.
eat the rest of
I
those
know.
tonight.
Ooh, what are you doing?
Costco has dill pickle
Oh, Jesus.
puff
No.
balls.
He said partner answer because
I'm sorry.
this won't be.
Costco has dill pickle what?
Puff balls. You know, like the cheese puffs?
Oh,
Okay.
They got them in dill pickle. I ordered
Sa-
it.
That's
sounds disgusting, but
yeah, sounds
okay.
cute, dude.
Laura just got some dill pickle flavored cashews that just smell rancid.
They're not the best flavor.
Yeah, I like pistachio.
Pistachio, yeah.
I love me some pistachio.
Yes, I got some the chili
Okay.
pistachios.
And they're not really underrated. A lot of people like them.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I do like those.
I do like the pistachios.
All right.
Yeah. Gosh,
We got
I
an
love
answer from the other team. Let's
All right.
bring them back out.
it. Oh,
Okay. We'll get to
And we'll
hear
do
about
the
their
old
snack foods
switcheroo here. And for those at home watching, we just poured up the Old Rip Van Winkle 10-year, courtesy of Dave Vogelsang. Thanks, Dave,
that's
for
probably
that.
gonna go
Dave.
real well with my wasabi
I
peas.
warned you not to eat those wasabi peas
Ooh.
right before the Old Rip 10.
Torp's talking about some liver crisps. The beef heart is his favorite, and bison is excellent too. I
Bro.
don't know what they're doing to this meat to make it a crisp, but sounds interesting.
Yeah, it sounds like something that Torp should enjoy.
Sounds interesting.
Interesting, yes.
Yes.
And EJ, I love those peanut butter pretzels. Yum, 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 yum.
Okay, Charlie and Jeff, we want you to tell us, for 1 point,
Oh, we don't
Which
get the
of
same
those-
questions?
You get the same
same
question.
question. For 1 point, which of those 4 samples is bourbon?
Okay, cool. I've been
I'll
thinking
mute you
about this.
guys. Muted. Can't hear.
All right,
Perfect.
guys, welcome back.
Thank you.
What is the most overrated snack food on the market today?
I'm gonna say flaming hot anything.
Ooh, wow.
Was that a
I-
hot take?
That's a hot
The
take
hot-
from a
hot
middle-aged
flavors.
man with acid reflux.
I can relate.
So he
100%.
So his eyes are focused on the single Pepsid packs at the checkouts when he's walking out.
It's vitamin bulk, probably.
Overrated snack.
I
I'm gonna
have
go
a
with the
prescription for the Pepsid.
I'm gonna go with the basic chocolate chip cookie.
Oh my goodness.
Now be prepared to defend yourself here.
Yeah, a basic chocolate chip cookie. I mean, there's some good ones that are real thin, crispy, because I like the crispy ones. But some of them are just, blah. Well, I'm talking the ones that come from the middle of the aisles of the grocery store. I'm not talking like from a bakery or
Or like
anything.
a Chips Ahoy or something.
Yeah,
nobody
they're
wants
just
that.
overrated. Yeah,
Oh, man.
famous
No,
Amos or something.
I'm all about the Chips Ahoy. I do a sleeve of those right now.
Oh.
All right, let's do it. Snack challenge. But something
Yeah,
about
that's
just,
the next round, snack challenge.
I feel like I could clean up in that.
Oh, I do pretty
like
good
little
too.
containers. What is this snack food? But we
Right.
can get some weird stuff in there.
I'm not a flaming hot. I better be careful the way I say this. I don't go for flaming hot stuff, but I love Cheetos. I love cheese puffs.
Oh yeah,
But I
give me
don't go
that
for
all
the hot
day.
one.
But I don't need
Yeah,
to see the red
Yeah.
Cheetos. I
Right.
know that's not going to end well. My kids like
Someone
that
was
stuff.
mentioning,
I'm out.
I think cheddar jalapeno Cheetos. I don't think I've ever had those ones before.
Randall Erickson, anything Little Debbie.
That's overrated. That's
Wow.
blasphemy, Randall.
That's a bold statement there.
That is a hot take.
That's when I was younger. Now, if you put it in front of me, I'll love
I
it.
feel like Little Debbie got me through grade school.
Yup.
I think that's who still eats them. Is people in grade school.
All right, what's the most underrated snack food?
Underrated?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Cheez-It.
Oh,
I think Cheez-It is nature's perfect food.
yes, 100%. And that was going to be
Wow.
my answer if I wrote it down.
These guys are in tune with each other
I
here.
guess so. There's a reason they're partners.
Cheez-Its are the go-to whenever.
Especially
And
during
that's-
football season. You give me a box of Cheez-Its and a football game, I'm
Yeah.
all about that.
And you're just talking Cheez-It original, right? Not the
Yeah,
white
just
yeah.
the OG. I know there's
Yep.
some different
White cheddar's
goofy
pretty good.
variants. No, just give me the OG.
Yep, I
Great-
agree
great
with
Like
that.
the white cheddar steps it up a notch.
What do you think
I-
this
I-
is? Crab
It's okay.
chip
I don't like it
potato
as much
chips.
as the regular.
Yeah, I can only eat a half a
It-
box of that,
That's
not a
gotta
full
be
box.
Japanese, maybe.
In a pinch, I could do that, Troy, but
Yeah.
overall, no. Just give me the basics.
Yeah, there's nothing
All
better
right.
than Cheez-Its. I agree.
Now, ask my wife. She'll tell you that I could live on Cheez-Its and bottled water.
Yeah, same with me.
That
There's
sounds
always
like a
there's
good
always
way
a
to go.
case of bottled water in the car, and the Cheez-Its are always
All right.
somewhere around me. No, what,
Oh, Nutty Buddies. Those
What
are
you-
Nutty
amazing,
Buddies.
too.
Oh.
what you want to do is you crush up your Cheez-Its and bread your pork chops with it is the best. Mixed with breadcrumbs and Cheez-Its on pork chops.
I'm taking notes.
Oh,
Yeah, that
interesting.
is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I don't normally.
You know what?
bread pork
Goldfish
chops,
aren't
but maybe I need to.
goldfish aren't too far behind. Whoever just mentioned that was that.
Yeah, but they're not big enough bite, not enough crunch.
Mm,
Yeah, but you can get goldfish in like a 2-gallon container.
my youngest
The
would
big
eat
one
like one of
from
those in a
Costco.
night, man. Like the giant
that
milk
dog
carton
doing?
of goldfish.
Our dog is roaming around in here with us, and he's doing sketchy things. So
Did he hear us talking about Cheez-Its?
Yeah,
I
He
think
he
so.
might have.
He's like running into the wall or something. I don't know what he's doing.
Hey, true
Trying to get
story.
to
I
the
taught
food.
I taught my dog how to do tricks by bribing him with Cheez-Its.
that's awesome.
Well, there you go.
Bourbon and Balls, I'm going to unmute you guys since you've sent your answer in. I like to give you a warning so you're not saying something you don't want.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're having a
I
good
would
time
worry
off stage here.
We got to talk a
All
little
right.
bit more about the snacks. The cheese puff balls that I was talking about earlier.
They're still arguing backstage.
How
Are
about
they?
those pickle balls?
Yeah.
But you know what?
Pickle flavored puffs.
When they mention Cheez-Its, they're
Yeah.
dead on.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I knew I liked that dude.
Oh yeah.
That pub mix, Eric Gunderson, is fantastic as well.
I'm not sure.
Oh, so it's the same brand that makes the crab chips?
Yeah, that's Costco, isn't it? The pub mix. You got that big tub of.
I'll have to look at
Parmesan
those
goldfish
crab
does not
chips.
sound bad, Joe.
Okay, so Bourbon and Balls. Were you backstage 2 in a row or just for the one? I don't remember. I lose track.
That was a while ago.
So they will answer not this question.
So
Bourbon
Bourbon
and Balls will drink.
Bourbon and Balls, you're staying off to the side. I want to know which one of these samples has the highest age statement.
Oh shit!
Right?
Okay.
Okay, you guys ready for this one? It's going to be tough.
We're ready.
You have to defend George Dickel in a court of law as the whiskey goat. What is your closing argument?
Oh, I feel like I do better at this, given that I've tried cases. I got nothing.
Okay.
Hey, Troy, as an attorney, what I'm going to tell you is that I would settle prior to trial.
As an anonymous decision, me and Marty Whiskey Nose agree. All 15-year Dickel is amazing. And if Marty and me say it, it's definitely the truth.
Marty can talk me into just about anything.
I'm
I think.
convinced. I'm convinced.
I will say that higher age. What is it, like a 15-year Dickel that you can get for about like
Yep.
$60?
Yep.
John?
Yep.
I've not had it.
But
I heard it's okay. But yeah,
Some-
yeah, Troy, that one I'm settling out of court, buddy.
some of them are 18 years old.
I'll
some
mediate
are,
that one.
Yep, some are 18, some are 17. Even though the bottle says 15, they just clean up so well after 15 years. So good.
I've never had it. I'll be honest. Never had it. I know that I've had Dickel in blends, like some barrel stuff here and there.
Yep.
I don't. It doesn't stick out to me, so I don't find it like objectionable. But I've got buddies that they'll taste it in a blend and be like, "Dude, I can taste that minerality. I can't take it. It's terrible."
Oh, you
like so. I mean, the hate is real.
You can definitely taste the minerality, but it does calm down and go into a fruit cocktail or something like that as it gets older.
I mean, that sounds pretty good. We've never tried any of that older stuff.
Well, most
so
people won't.
Maybe I'll have to. Yeah, he's.
Yeah, I mean,
super
if you
against
see it,
so-
you're gonna pass on it and go to something else, right?
Yeah, because everybody thinks
Yeah.
it's negative, but you gotta have somebody send you it in a blind, just to to figure it
There you
out.
go.
Otherwise, you're gonna look at the name and automatically say, "Oh, it's Flintstone vitamins."
Yep.
Now the Dickel that we've owned and I've had is younger, 8-year.
The
Yep.
bourbon.
It definitely had a mineral note to it. I don't think it tasted like Flintstone vitamins, like everyone says, but it definitely had like you could tell there was a high mineral content in that water.
Yep.
Um,
What's amazing
I
is
wasn't
that
a fan,
whole
but Laura liked it.
I like
that
it.
whole distillery only has 28 people working at it.
Wow.
That's crazy.
The last time
That
we were there,
big and-
28 people. Which
Keep
is
that overhead
crazy.
low.
Hey, Bob Glass, thanks for the super chat. Randall Erickson says, "You can't handle the truth."
There you go.
Cheez-Its are the truth.
Okay. We got an answer. Let's unmute them, bring them back to the forefront.
So that's gonna be the
So
same
bad,
question
I
for
forgot
for
still.
John and I, Troy.
Same question
Yeah.
for Tom and John.
Okay.
Which one of these samples has the highest age statement?
And I will mute both of them.
I
so
cannot
they
wait
can
to
have
hear
a
Charlie's
conversation.
closing argument here.
Dude, you have
He
no
looks
idea.
so thrilled already.
Dude, I'm telling you, you put some freaking malt in this stuff.
Hey, don't talk about this.
All right, but I'm just saying,
All right.
not happy.
Charlie and Jeff, you have to defend George Dickel in a court of law as the whiskey goat. What is your closing argument?
I plead insanity. That's my freaking closing argument because there's no freaking gods on. There's just no way.
Well, if I'm being honest, because I've heard so much bad about Dickel, I've never had it. So I don't know how I could.
You could even do a change of venue on the freaking jury in order to get a fair outcome. You'd have to go outside of the United States in order to get a fair freaking outcome. Otherwise, this whole thing is all tainted.
Non-whiskey.
Are you
drinkers.
saying you will not have an impartial jury?
Oh, there's no way. I would go for a 3-judge panel instead of a jury, because I would not want a jury to decide on Dickel's fate,
Well, I
even
mean-
though I already have.
It's kind of like, let's put it this way: when we had Marlene Holmes on the show, and she talked about getting sourced whiskey
From Tennessee, and we all said that.
and she's like, not Dickel.
Right. Well, I mean, people go out of the way to make sure they say it's not Dickel if they
Yeah.
source from Tennessee. So
So I don't know how we would.
if I represented Dickel, well, one, I'd have to get a lot. I'd have to get,
I get paid.
up front. And either you go insanity plea or you do change of venue.
It's getting very serious
you know what?
here.
Go to Canada and go against their Canadian whiskey because you have a fair shot.
Wow.
I mean,
I don't know that they would feel that
Or
way.
no.
They're
Here's
very
where I would
proud
go.
of their Canadian whiskeys.
I would go to freaking Ireland and go after their. Oh yes, Dickel versus their stuff. Oh, that'd be a close fight.
Charlie is like very opinionated about
You
foreign
know what?
whiskeys.
Yeah.
Maybe I am the Grinch.
You are a bourbon.
He's dropping hot takes left and right.
That's what I'm learning tonight.
If the cork doesn't fit, you have to acquit.
Yes.
That's what Randall
I would ask
Erickson
for
says.
I would ask for a mistrial. That's what I would do.
All right. That's your answer?
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Glasses down, answers in.
Look at that. If it's Dickel versus Malort, you have a chance.
See? That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
You're right, Rag Guy. He did like the American Single Malt Yellowstone. He did like it.
You pipe it down over there.
EJ, thanks for the super chat.
Yeah, thanks so much.
I'm going to unmute the Bourbon Jerk and Top Dog here.
All right, Troy, you should see my text.
Yeah, just came in, so we'll get that recorded.
Danger Oh No said he had a sample of the Dickel 15 and it was enjoyable. So,
All right.
Cheers, Marty.
split decision here. Some
All right.
people are saying it's good, and others are hating on it.
Hey, I heard the guy say that if he was going to defend Dickel, he needed a big retainer, and I like that answer.
That's the thing. Yeah.
That's spoken like a true attorney right there.
It's got to be guaranteed
Yeah.
up front, and then you just go nuts at the trial and get a mistrial.
Jeremy Dirks, thank you for the super chat. Happy Saturday all.
Yeah. So we're about an hour into this. We've got a little over 60 people watching. We've got 48 entries. Let's give everybody like another minute. Hashtag balls, BALLZ, if you want in on the free whiskey drawing for the first hour. And then we're going to spin the wheel, and then we'll do another hashtag for another freebie. Hashtag
Hey, Troy, random
balls.
random fact. I think a while back you won a Bourbon Jerk Glen in one of my giveaways on a stream, and that was actually made by Mr. Top Dog.
Yeah, I'm using it tonight, actually.
Awesome.
So you do Glens and stuff, eh?
Yeah, I'll do a little bit of everything. I'm not afraid to try anything.
Okay.
You know, I do Glens, I'll do boards, tasting boards, a little bit of, you name it, I'll try it. I'll do pens, I'll do tasting boards of all kind.
John, is this one of yours?
I'll do books. I do
Yeah,
knives.
John's being modest. He does a little bit of everything.
Yeah, a little
and
bit of
he's-
everything.
Now, is this your business or is this your hobby?
No, it's just a hobby and giving back to the whiskey
Okay.
community.
Yeah, Troy,
Awesome.
you know that there's a lot of generous people in the community here, and
Mhm.
I'll tell you
Absolutely.
that John's one of the more generous people that.
Thank you, Tom.
So have
Cheers-
you ever
cheers,
done rocks
buddy.
glasses?
Yeah, I could do rocks glasses. I could do decanters.
We just
Yeah.
had a rocks glass mishap.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
gosh.
So we had ordered a bunch of Glens from this company like a year ago. They came out excellent. We sold them out, and we decided we'd go back to them for rocks glasses. So I sent them the design we wanted. They converted it to a proof. Sent me the image of the proof. I was like, yeah, that looks fine. Let's move forward. So the glass shows up in the mail, and it's like, it's trash. It's no good. So I like contact the sales guy that I'd been talking to, and he's like, send me the image of your final product and the proof, and we'll see. So I sent it to him. He's like, yeah, that looks like shit. I'm the only one here. This was Friday afternoon, this last week. He's like, I'll talk to the salespeople in the morning, and we'll figure this out. The next morning, I get email from him. He's like, yeah, the salespeople said that the proof and the glass are perfect.
Wow.
I was like, well, you looked at them. You know, you can't tell that this image is the same thing from the picture. You know, at a minimum, I would expect to be able to tell that they're the same. He's like, yeah, no, they say it's perfect. I'm like, well, if you're not going to stand behind your product, I think we're
Right.
doing business.
Yeah.
We'll just
No.
eat the money for these glasses and figure out what to do with these 30 something
I-
rocks glasses we ordered, right?
I mean, they
There's a
went
lot
to
of
the
people that'll do
extreme to be
Glens.
like, they were like, if you hold it up like you're drinking out of it, then you can see the detail
Yeah.
in it to see the image. And I'm like,
Fill up
nobody...
the glass, hold it up like you're taking a drink, and you'll see the subtle image there. And it's like, no,
Subtle,
I'm not
yeah.
going to hold the glass at a certain angle to see what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah. You got to hold it at a
So-
certain angle so it doesn't look like shit.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and,
Like
and,
that.
and I'm not going to sell that to someone and be like, hey, buy this glass
Come
that looks
on.
like shit, but if you hold it at a perfect angle,
right. If you
it
hold it
might look
yourself.
like an image.
So after the show, I'll give you my email address or text message. Just send me that emblem, and I'll practice. I'll save jars or anything just to practice to see if I can
Okay.
do an emblem, and I'll see if I can do an emblem on something, and then we'll work from there.
That would be awesome.
Hey Troy, here's an example. John sends me a flight, and it's like random samples, and they're like these jack.
We're going to hold you up. We're going to pull you up big. Hold on.
This is
Oh, okay.
Okay.
This isn't the
That's
best
nice.
example. He sent me like 3 of these.
Oh,
One's
nice.
got like a number 1, one's got a number 2, the other's got like the Top Dog logo etched into it.
Okay.
And these are just like random samples. And,
Yeah.
you know, you can tell like he's put like the time in. He's got the skills to make it look cool. I actually kept the one, John, that says Top Dog, you know, in my my bar.
I
'cause
always
I'm
try
not
to do
gonna
a
give
good
that out.
presentation on everything.
Yeah.
So,
Now,
yeah,
Cast 529 in the chat, they say if they can do a Glen, they should have no trouble with a rocks glass. I agree.
Right?
Cast
Yep.
529 etches as well. So I thought it was going to be, you know, it's a flat surface versus the curved surface of the Glen. I thought they would have no problem.
Yep.
And I think they just thought they were going to put this crappy image on it and send it to us, and we were just going to be happy.
Yeah, for me, all I have to do is increase the power on a rocks glass. I'll play with it on a spare rocks glass. 'Cause I got 4 tries if it's square on a glass, and I'll pick the best one and take notes on every one. And to your point, I don't fill them. I just put a background in there like a handkerchief just to see how it goes. Because I don't want to go too deep, but I don't want, because if I go too deep, you'll get slivers. So that's why I just got to practice, see which one goes the best, and run your finger across it.
Yeah. All right, we'll be in touch for sure. Let's give away some whiskey. We got 55 entries now. We got 69 people watching currently.
Oh,
Nice.
Hashtag balls. You got about 10 seconds to type that in. Must be present to win, FYI.
I'm here.
do
Do I
hashtag ball.
get a spin now? Are you
Do
making
it.
me wait? Okay.
It's
I'll laugh
spinning.
laugh.
You usually make me wait, so.
I said 10
That'd be
seconds.
badass.
Sugar Pity.
If you look
Oh,
at
my
my,
wife was
check
so
at the right
close.
angle, it's the correct amount. Hazmat Compton, are you still here in chat?
I just want to know if he was born and raised
So-
in Compton.
Yeah, we'll give him
My wife was so
Good-
close.
good question.
I
Okay.
guess I know he's not there now, so we'll have to wait.
Hazmat. Please drop a comment.
If you're still here. And if you're not here, you should be here.
We'll give him like another 30, 45 seconds, and then we'll spin again if he doesn't speak up. He's probably letting the dog out or something.
Oh, that's who.
We do have we're pretty good about timing where people win in the few minutes that they leave the show, and then they don't get their winnings.
Oh, that's
pretty good about that. Last week that was definitely someone, and then they were back later and was like, well, you missed your chance, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of our reward to people who stay with us through the show.
Charlie made it funny.
All right, let's go another 15.
I'm accepting for Hazmat Compton.
There you go. Or Orlando, you're such a good guy. We know you do that.
Oh, that's
All right,
Like-
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Four.
these layers.
3, 2, 1. All right, Hazmat. Sorry we missed you on this one. I'm sure you'll win again in the future. We're spinning.
You're
Cheers,
laughing
Bourbon and
about
Buds. Thanks for being here.
it. It's so
man.
stupid.
Our
Michael
friends got proof of life.
Bortner.
That's awesome.
Are you still watching Michael Bortner?
Oh, Bortner will be here.
He wins everything.
Bortner's probably at work, but watching.
I'm your hazmat.
Yep, he's here. There we go.
All right,
Ooh,
we've
there
got
you
a
go.
winner. All right, let's put the next hashtag in the chat.
What is it?
It is going to be hashtag jerk.
Okay.
And we'll collect on these for a while and then we'll draw that as well. We're going to pour up some more whiskey while we're getting ready to continue the competition. This is coming from C.A. Scotty. This is Barrel King Batch 81, Porter's First.
I wouldn't really call this a competition.
Hey,
Yeah, CA
someone's
Scotty's
gonna
one of those
win,
dudes
so it's
that's
a
super
competition.
generous as well. So, Scotty, cheers to you, buddy.
I don't feel like I'm
Yes.
competing.
He is, and we actually got to meet him.
Did you?
month or
And
two
it's
back,
in
and
a-
it was wonderful. Yeah,
A Liquid
He was
Ministry sample
up
bottle.
in,
Oh, those are
up in
badass.
Portland, and we came and visited.
Yeah, C.A. Scotty's a great guy in person. He's a great guy supporting whiskey community. Just a great guy in general.
This smells delicious.
We're going to
All right,
meet him.
let's get back to the
No,
competition. 76 people watching. Hashtag
Wow.
jerk for free whiskey.
They heard we were giving stuff away, I think.
Gotcha.
Cheers, Richie. Thanks, buddy.
Yep, and any of the new people watching, if you want in on the Elevated Flight 15-year whiskeys, that is a $5 super chat per entry. Okay, so who?
I want what
They're
they're
having a
having.
good time up there. Exactly.
They're
How
having
much
a
whiskey
ball.
did they have pre-show?
They've already
Oh,
drank all their
Jesus.
samples. They're going to be answering the next question from memory.
oh my God.
Okay, who is on the hot seat here?
I think where did we end? I think they were answering your question last. So Charlie and Jeff get to drink again.
I think Charlie and Jeff were answering the question last, weren't they?
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was the defend Dickel question.
Oh.
Hold on,
It's been a while. It's been a while.
And Charlie said he couldn't find an impartial jury, so
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's right. So they get to answer, and Bourbon Jerk and Top Dog get to
Let's hope it's not working.
figure out a whiskey question.
yep. Tom and John, for 1 point, which one of these samples has the highest proof?
Good luck.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you guys so you can chat it out.
Charlie and Jeff, you can each have your own answer for this one, as I'm sure this question will mean something different to each of you. You can share a drink with anyone throughout history, alive or dead. Who would it be?
That's funny. I get this question at work all the time.
How?
Well, no, not the specific drink. This question.
How does
But
someone bring this shit
We-
up?
at work, when we have new hires.
Is this
I
part of
mean,
your interview process?
No. When we have new hires, they have to go through, we call it a green book, and they have to sit down with everybody within the company, and there's a list of questions that they have to ask, and you kind of banter back and forth just to get to know each other.
Is there
And
an
this is one of those questions where if you were able to talk to somebody in history, anybody, who would it be?
Would you have bourbon with this guy?
I would probably have bourbon with it.
Like a pour?
I would probably have a pour because he was a bootlegger. And it's my great grandfather.
Remus. George freaking
No,
Remus.
my great grandfather.
Oh, dude.
He was a bootlegger back in the day.
But no one knows your great
I
grandfather.
know, but I mean, if anybody, that's who I
It
want.
could be anybody, Charlie.
Because I do genealogy.
There you
Okay,
go.
and my great grandfather on my dad's side his parents are from Ireland, but he ran away from home when he was 9 years old, and there's no history on him, none. So yeah, I would like to sit down with him, pick his brain, have a drink, find out about my family in Ireland. So there.
Stan
That's my-
Sabick says, "Stop fondling your mic, Charlie."
Oh, yeah, I do. Never mind, I do. I gotta have something in my hand. Here, hold on.
That sounds like a personal problem to me.
I know. I'll have a fork. This thing was god awful.
Oh, your peg leg,
Oh, that was horrible.
peg leg porker was bad.
Yeah,
Huh?
that's bad.
That was my answer.
Let's see, dead or alive.
Nobody
know if I
ever
can have
picks the
a fork.
person sitting next to him.
I ain't picking stuff. I see him every week.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like to talk to Nikola Tesla. I know that's kind of weird, but I think that dude got the shaft. I think Thomas Edison effed him over, from what I saw.
Okay.
I'd like to have like a pour with him.
Well, they definitely were battling each other.
Yes, they were, and I think Mr. Tesla got the shaft, or Elon before he went nuts. But I'm like, I don't get all
I
crazy.
feel like all of those guys are nuts. Like, you have to be nuts to be able to create that much kind of stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
you have to be
it's just
crazy
part of the.
almost to create something just as bad as that.
Yeah, it's certainly gone off deep end.
But see, I'm a techie person, so you tell me that, or you tell me Steve Jobs, or people like that. I mean, I don't know if they drink bourbon. I doubt it, but I mean, just to sit down with them, that'd be freaking awesome.
Yep.
So, anyways, it's kind of generic and kind of stupid, but that's my answer.
That's fine.
Yeah,
You got a
no,
lot of
I like
people in
it.
the chat that agree with you.
Yeah, I think
I agree.
I think it would be interesting just to know more, like, the real truth about, like, what happened between all of that.
Yeah.
All right. Glasses down, answers in.
And you guys are unmuted, just so you know.
All
Before
right.
you say
I'm
something.
going to text you here in just a second, Troy.
All right.
And what's interesting is that I'm going back and forth on my phone. My youngest son is Troy, and he's bothering me about his computer. So I'm flipping back and forth and making sure I don't text you when I'm texting him.
Well, that is unusual to have a Troy at that age. I feel like every Troy I've met has been like mid-50s.
So
No, he's my youngest. He's 14.
my mom was in love with an actor called Troy Donahue, and so that's why she named me Troy.
And
nice.
all the other
Wow.
Troys that I've met that were similar age.
And so I would say most Troys that are mid-50s probably had a similar situation at home.
All right.
We've got an answer from them. Dave says Charlie would like to have a drink with the Grinch.
DB Cooper. I love that.
That's a great
I like
answer, too.
That is a great answer.
I mean,
Will you quit?
He'd love to have a
All
drink
right.
with the abominable snowman.
Charlie and Jeff. Which one of these samples has the highest proof for 1 point? Now, please mute them.
They're muted. They're muted.
Tom and John, you can share a drink with anyone throughout history, alive or dead. Who would that be? And
I'm
you
going
can
to
each have
rule
your
out
own
anyone
answer.
dead because that just seems morbid and smelly. So hey, John, let's keep it as someone alive. How about
Zombies.
All
Okay.
right. Wow. Okay, I got it then.
that? Fire away,
Yeah.
brother.
If we have to keep it someone alive,
Mm-hmm.
it'd be Freddie Johnson at Buffalo Trace. I got to
Okay.
meet him, but I would love to have a drink with him.
All right.
And
Okay.
just, I don't even know if it's to talk bourbon or whatever. It's just to listen to the guy, and you'll be all calm and relaxed with him sitting there with you, especially with a drink in your hand.
Yeah, he
You know
seems
what?
like a
I know
genuinely
some
happy
people
guy,
that have
so,
actually
yeah.
met him, and I think that they've indicated that was like a bucket list type of thing. So I have no problem with that answer at all. There was a documentary, John. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep. Neat.
Was it called Neat?
Yep.
Okay. So I watched that during the pandemic, and I can get on board with your response, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
And that's
it's a great
exactly what I was
answer.
thinking of. His dad was having cancer.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't taste anything, and he was giving him Pepsi and probably Pappies or Blantons or whatever, and they were just having a good conversation.
Yeah, and I think the moral of the story, at least with him, was that, yeah, oh geez, you got this Pappy 23 or whatever. You know what? Fucking open it, because there's
Yes.
always more bourbon. Open it with your friends, open it with your family, open it with
Mhm.
somebody that enjoys whiskey, because there's always more whiskey, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we all
And
watched that same video on YouTube where Freddie was talking about his dad, and they, when he retired, they gave him that
yep.
that Pappy 23, and he poured a drink with his boys, and
Open
Freddie
it
was
up
like,
right there.
okay,
Yep.
yeah, let's put it away after this one drink, and the dad was like, no, this is
Nope.
meant to be shared, and I'd rather share it with you guys and remember this moment, and it's pretty cool. I like
And
that answer a lot.
and I think he's the original one that said what you do is you take a glass marker, and whoever you share an important bottle with, you have them sign that bottle. So when that bottle is empty, you can go back and say, "Hey, I tried it, Tom. I tried it, you guys. I tried
Yeah.
it." And you just look at all the names around the bottle, and you go, "That was my pride and joy, and I shared it with all these people." And hopefully, you got tons of names on it when it's all done. And you didn't finish it in one sitting with some guy by the fire or something. But that's nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
like
sounds
that. I like
great.
that idea.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
I remember when the first Hemingway rye came out, it came with a book, and it was meant you could write down who you
Yep.
shared that whiskey with. And I wish they would have stayed with that through the different releases of it, because I thought it was such a cool concept. I was listening to Ryan and Kenny Pursuit podcast, and they were talking about that specific release and a story where a guy shared it with his dad, and they they wrote in the book the date and all that stuff, the conversation they had, and then the dad died. So
Yeah.
his son had that memory of that whiskey they shared together. I
And
thought
that
that was
book.
super cool. Yep.
So somebody, I think it was actually the Hemingway that also gave me the idea of putting a sleeve on the back of every bottle with a library card, and
Oh,
to
that's fun
say who
too.
drank out of it. So you're not
Remember
signing
those?
the bottle. You got a library card in there with everybody's signature on it, which I think is a great idea for every bottle.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
We've had a couple more people show up and chat, so I want to say hi to them. Old Fashioned Ways plus plus.
What's up, Doc?
Cheers,
What's up, Doc?
What up, Doc?
Cheers, Doc.
Michael
How's your up, dog?
Michael WMB says good evening. Forgive my tardiness. Had a Scotch tasting.
Michael WMD, I apologize to you. You emailed us a couple weeks ago for the sticker. Your email went to our spam file. I just found it like yesterday or the day before. So you'll be getting the sticker. I'll send it out on Monday with everything else.
And then Christian says, I'd like to share a drink with Will Ferrell, Eddie Murphy, or Bill Murray just for the laughs. That sounds like
Wow.
a good time for sure. I don't know who this is. Satoshi?
Everyone fails this question.
Someone they want to drink. And let's see, Mark
That's
Twain.
probably
I'm sure
the dude
that's
that
a.
invented Bitcoin or something.
Okay.
All right, so,
Mark
so John,
Twain is
hypothetically,
a
if
good
it was somebody that's not alive, any inklings?
Very easy. My grandfather.
Okay.
I never got to play around the golf with him. I've had tons of beers with him, but I never had a whiskey with him, and he was a whiskey drinker.
Okay.
I'm gonna unmute Bourbon and Balls here, so they're back.
We got your answer. Laura's got it recorded.
Do we send
All
them
right.
I did.
I got it. I got it.
All right.
Eric Gunderson says the best whiskey I've ever had is the whiskey I shared with friends. Whiskey and the
Yep.
experiences, nothing better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Amen.
100%.
Amen.
Amen, brother.
It could be, yeah.
And Keith Glandon WV is here as well. Cheers.
What's up, Keith?
Okay, so we will keep Tom and John out front for the interview question. Or have you guys done two in a row?
Nope, I think
You just did one, right?
there's.
Okay. Let me cross that off. Sorry, y'all. I've been drinking too, so just trying to keep it straight in my mind.
It's hard to
You had a
multitask,
good
Troy.
guess. Developed
What are you
Bitcoin.
drinking, Troy?
You're doing great, brother.
Oh,
are you drinking?
we just had this sample of Barrel King Batch 81 Porter's First. It was fantastic.
Yeah, that was really good. Guys, Barrel King juice is legit.
I just can't get myself to pay their price for their membership, but everything we've tried has been really good.
Did you say batch 81?
60,
Batch 81.
81.
It says
Actually
Porter's
got that.
First.
Oh, I got that too.
56.1
Bingo.
ABV.
It's good. It's good.
Hold on.
You know, never mind. This is bottle
I
81.
don't got it. I definitely don't have it.
Never mind.
I got batch 81. Cheers.
Heck yeah. Alrighty, moving right along.
So Charlie and Jeff get to answer this.
Charlie and Jeff, which one of these samples is the lowest proof?
Oh, all right. We already got that.
Yep, shouldn't take you long then.
Yeah,
You
I think
guys
we're-
can do whatever you want, and then they can answer.
I think we're good
questions.
on this one too, John. You
Yeah.
feel me on this one?
Yep, do it.
I'll text
John.
Troy if you want to ask me that question. We'll go with our answer here in just a second. Lowest proof.
Tom, if theme music played as your team entered, or if theme music played when you entered the room, what would your song be?
It's either going to be something by Run DMC or something from Eminem.
Okay.
What
I'm feeling
Now-
Run
now-
DMC right around now.
okay.
Like
Now, from
Ron's
your
house?
perspective, what would John's theme song be?
Oh, geez. John's in
You'll
Tennessee.
never get it.
I'm
You'll
guessing
never
John's
get
more
it.
of a country music dude.
No,
I don't know
but-
anything about country. No, you're not?
Nope. I'm born in the 80s.
Okay, 80s. Boy,
Not born in the 80s, but that was my high school years.
okay. How about like don't say like U2 or something.
No.
Okay, all right.
It's back when I had hair.
How about Def Leppard?
Oh, 100%. The group that I've seen the most ever in concert, me and Renee.
Okay, how about Pour Some Sugar on Me?
There you go.
All right.
There we go.
We got there, John. We got there, brother.
Yep.
Okay, I think we're gonna switch.
Hold on, Top Dog. If you had to answer that, would you agree that Pour Some Sugar on Me was your theme song?
100% because it's Def Leppard, and we're going to see him in Florida again this year.
There you
So
go.
we like see him
All right.
once a year for like 30 years. Yes.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
I'm
All
gonna
right, hang on a
mute
sec.
you
So
two.
Troy, you want me to text you our answer for lowest proof?
Yeah, that is the next question. What is the
All right.
lowest proof?
I'm gonna send
I'm
you that
gonna
right
mute
now.
You guys now.
Okay.
You guys can talk or do whatever while.
Charlie and Jeff.
Yes.
If Charlie, if theme music played when you entered a room, what would your song be?
Ooh.
I got one.
What's yours?
Well, he hadn't asked me.
Well, okay, let's suppose he does.
All right. If Charlie's gonna punt, Jeff, what would your theme song be?
Mine would be Metallica's Enter Sandman.
Because you're sleepy.
No, it's just a good song. It's just
All right. So Jeff, what would
No.
Charlie's song be?
Oh, that's ought to be good.
you're a mean one.
Will you quit?
Yep, there's already three people in chat that put that already.
I swear to God, you all in chat, you all can just, whatever.
Look at it all night.
The dog's getting all riled up now.
I really don't think.
Alrighty.
It's just a Grinch now, apparently. Apparently the chat is
All right.
decided.
We all agree. Let's bring Tom and John back out.
Hashtag Grinch.
Yeah, I get called that a bit in my household, so I can get on board with you, brother.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Danny Lopez says, thought you'd go Mix-a-Lot.
You know what? That has some significance, but not here. In another context, it does.
All right, so Tom and John, you guys are going to stay on the samples. Charlie and Jeff will stay on the hot seat. I want to know, when they start talking, which one of these samples is finished?
And it's going to make you question.
All right.
Wait, who am I muting now?
You're muting Tom and John.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like we've been here already.
Charlie and Jeff,
Yes.
Yes.
when you want to eat dirty, what's your go-to fast food restaurant? And what do you order?
Well, today Jeff realized it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went dirty today and I paid for it.
You do. Yes. Every time.
I did. Like when you got here, I was not around.
No, he was.
Anyways,
Upstairs.
all right. So
what was your go-to?
it was White Castles, and it's good, but man, do you pay for it after this? So those sliders, right?
How many did you eat?
Well, okay, so
They're real small.
No.
Was it more than a dozen?
no, I mean in college we used to do the cases,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
But today I only did the meal. But did you know you can substitute the fries with the chicken fingers, the chicken rings?
Well, I get the onion chips.
The uncooked, yeah, because you're Funyuns.
Yeah.
So no, I had that today and I paid for it. So anywho, it's like once every 3 or 4 months I'll do it just because I haven't had it and it's good, but you know you're going to pay for it, so you can't have it too often.
Right.
So what about you, Jeff?
Haven't asked me.
Oh, okay.
What's yours, Jeff?
Mine's usually hitting the Taco Bell 2:00 in the morning, buying
Gosh.
buying $25 worth of food and waking up.
$25.
Waking up the next day.
How can you pay $25 with the Taco Bell?
$25 on the dollar menu.
Oh my god,
Just getting some Taco Bell.
dude!
You get up the next day. You got
Oh,
tacos for a week.
oh my god!
Okay.
All right.
Gonna unmute over here, and we got another super chat. Old Fashioned Ways says always a fun Saturday night live.
Thanks, Doc.
Cheers, thank you for that. And Tom Morrow is here, says, well, look at this, all these amazing viewers here watching awesome channels. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Tom.
Cheers, Tom.
Cheers, Tom.
Raging Cajun is here. He's been here a long time. I don't think I actually said his name.
We actually just put out our short video yesterday of the Limestone Farms reviews.
Nice.
Okay.
You know, I've got the last two that Tom sent me. He sent me 2 samples of the 6-year.
Yeah, that's very
I have not cracked it yet.
Yeah.
Mr. Richie J says Taco Bell isn't as cheap as it used to be. Yeah, I don't know how many years it's been since I've been to a Taco Bell. Probably a lot of years. So it's.
Well, you're just
definitely-
missing out, Laura.
Oh, no, I'm not missing out. It does not sit well with me at all. It is not real food, and my stomach does not agree with it.
So you're missing out, but also you're not missing out.
I'll tell you what. If they came out with the purple bag of Doritos, the chili, sweet chili, if that came out in a shell, I would go there tomorrow and order a dozen of them.
There you go.
Wow. I can't remember the last time I've been to a Taco Bell.
Oh, geez,
Well,
I got 2 teenage boys. I mean, we go there once a week.
buddy.
Dang.
Wow.
I was there Thursday.
Yeah, it's got to be
There you go.
at least 5 years, if not 10.
Yeah, it's probably been 5.
At least 5.
go with your
All
mother.
right. Moving right along here.
Next time.
Randall says, my wife used to be a manager at Taco Bell. She would not let me eat it.
I mean, and that's
Good to
saying
know.
something there.
Andy, I
It's
love the
not
Mexican
real
melts.
food. It's goop.
I love the Mexican melts. I just wish they would bring them back.
XML is OG.
Yeah.
All right,
I love
Charlie and Jeff. Which one of these samples for 1 point is finished? All right. Tom and John, when you want to eat dirty, what's your go-to fast food restaurant and what do you order?
For me, it's 100% Taco Bell. And as far as what do I order, this is going to sound stupid, but My wife always does the app, and she she knows what I want. It's like she's like, "Do you want this?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Are they
It's usually
tacos?
like a chalupa, and then
Okay.
I like the Dorito Locos tacos, but lately they've tasted really, I don't know, salty or something. So the Doritos Locos tacos are on the way down, but still love me some Taco Bell.
Okay.
Wow. Why can't it be a breakfast fast food place?
I mean, it
I
can
mean, it
be.
can be.
Yeah, you go for it, John. What's yours?
Mine would be Dunkin' Donuts with the egg, cheese, and sausage on an everything bagel with the home
That sounds
fries.
delicious. I
Yeah.
Sounds
don't
good to
have
me.
Dunkin' Donuts,
And
but
it
that sounds amazing.
and you can sneak in a donut once in a while, but if it was lunch, it would be Jimmy John's for the Italian.
Okay.
Oh, I love the
Yeah.
Italian.
Yeah.
Solid answers.
I don't
Yeah.
do Jimmy John's, but I like Jersey Mike's. I don't know if they've got those up by you.
Yeah,
guys.
we got those, but creatures of habit. We always go to Jimmy
Yeah,
John's.
one of the places I worked at last year had they brought Jimmy John's probably one day a week. They would there would be Jimmy John's in the break room for us, and it was delicious every time.
Yes.
I never
Okay.
turned it down. I
Yes.
turned down all the other fast food, but the Jimmy John's that hit.
Yep.
Was a
Yeah,
good
Jimmy
one.
Never.
John's is big around me. There's actually a like a minor league baseball team, and the stadium is called Jimmy John's Field or Jimmy John's Park or whatever.
Yep.
So Jimmy John's is pretty big around us.
Can't go wrong. It's just fresh bread and good food.
Yeah. So
Uh
I
oh, they're
used to be a
totaling the
huge-
points.
No,
No,
I,
no, no,
I
no.
wrote
She-
them in the
she-
wrong.
she
I wrote.
flip flopped
Your
and had to
answer.
fix
Yeah,
it.
she goes, I want to go to Jimmy John's.
That's what I was thinking.
I used to love Jimmy John's quite a bit, and then I got a stomach bug, and I basically just vomited and had diarrhea for like
Oh.
48 hours.
And you blame it on the Jimmy John's?
And no, but my first meal that I ate, Laura brought me some Jimmy John's. This was back when we were just dating. I was in my other house, and I could only peel the meat off of it. I couldn't eat the whole sandwich, and the meat was so stinking salty. I never noticed that when I'm just like if I was to go eat it right now, it'd be delicious. I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
But
Like
not eating any
salami
food
and
for like
ham.
no, it was turkey.
Okay.
Not eating any food for 48 hours. That turkey was like the saltiest thing
Yeah.
I'd ever tasted.
It probably made
And-
you better though,
And,
didn't it?
but
It cured
since,
you.
since then, I have not eaten Jimmy John's.
Well, let me just tell you, my mom cooked a lot of bad meals, but I never stopped eating at home.
There you go.
Okay, let's.
I love it, dude.
It's bourbon and balls.
I don't even know what that means, but I like
Rye
it.
Guy
Yeah,
says,
a lot of bad meals,
What a
but I still
burger.
kept coming home for dinner every day.
Okay, so what a burger, no mustard, no pickles, add grilled jalapenos and grilled onions. Fries
That
and the
sounds
Dr.
good.
Pepper.
He's got it down.
When I-
Right guy.
When I lived in Texas, we ate Whataburger quite a bit. I do like a Whataburger.
I've never had a
So-
Whataburger. Is Whataburger, is that the Mark Wahlberg one?
No, that's Wahlburger.
No, that's Wahlburgers.
Okay, that makes more sense. What's
This
Whataburger?
is like Texas and.
It's like an orange and white W.
I think
Okay,
there's
yeah,
one
we,
here in
I don't think we
Tennessee.
have that in Michigan.
We don't have it in Washington
Maybe
either.
next-
We don't have it in most of the places people talk about that they're like, oh, this is my go-to. I'm like, yeah, we don't have that.
Yeah.
We don't have White Castle. We don't have
Oh, White
Dunkin'
Castle.
Donuts. We
yeah,
don't.
that-
We don't have any of
White
this.
Castle's a guilty pleasure for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was a younger person, I was in the military and I traveled a lot and saw a lot of places. So I've eaten all these places you've talked about, so I am familiar. Laura has not traveled anywhere.
I went to school in San Francisco. Does that count?
No,
No.
That counts.
that's West Coast.
It's still West Coast.
Yeah, but we're living here on the East Coast. That's fine.
That's weird.
On the West Coast, yeah, I want an In-N-Out burger for sure.
I don't like In-N-Out though, but I've had it.
All right, we're down to that last question before the bonus round,
So,
and this is the one.
John, we're doing so bad, dude.
This is
No,
So are
no
they.
way.
So we're all equal.
Oh yeah, you're good.
You're so
I'm
good.
sure there are points that
Yep.
have been awarded.
We're negative.
We
There's
we
no
might break
negatives
even.
tonight. We did have negatives last time, and both teams got
Yeah.
negatives.
So like
there
a
was
positive
an
integer
age-
might win tonight.
We had last time we had a question on an age statement, and if they went over, they lost a point, and both
Ooh.
teams lost a point.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man.
We're not that cruel this time. We actually have a hidden bonus that we won't even tell you about because I don't
Yeah.
want to
So
influence
John and I
anything.
have been briefed on your questions here, Troy. We've been told to pay close attention to how you phrase things.
You've been talking to
You're tricky.
You've been talking to whack.
All right, Charlie and Jeff, you guys are going to be on the whiskey.
Touch my pretzel.
Don't touch his
Well,
pretzel.
that sounds personal.
No, my pretzel rod was out. He's like fossil on my pretzel rod.
Leave his rod alone.
Yes, leave my rod alone. Go ahead.
Charlie and Jeff, which one of these samples has a craft whiskey component?
Oh my God.
Won't it?
This ought to be good.
Mute the Grinch.
All right.
I'll spell component. Let me spell it correct.
Right.
Component. Okay.
John, I got an answer here. I'll text you.
I'm the
My
Grinch.
spelling.
I-
You got time.
so-
You got time.
All right.
Yeah, we got time
Yeah.
to text it.
Tom, what cartoon character do you most relate with? And I want to hear your impersonation.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, the impersonation is tough.
Bourbon School is here.
What's up, Brian?
I tell you what, Troy, I watched a lot of cartoons when I was growing up. The ones that I can think of are like G.I. Joe, Transformers.
Wow.
I did watch some Tom and Jerry, so obviously Tom. Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck.
Okay.
He's a little bit of all of them.
Yeah.
My wife
Which
is
one
yelling
do you
at me
do
that
an-
my
do an
mic is loud.
impersonation of?
Sorry.
Oh,
Jeez, my favorite character though?
Which one do you most relate with?
Relate with. Okay. How about Wile E. Coyote? It just seems like life is so fucking hard, and you're constantly, you think you're making progress, and fucking boulder drops on your head, or the anvil falls on,
Fall off a cliff?
or you think you're heading to like a, something's good is gonna happen, and you see that tunnel, and boom, it's just a rock with the fucking tunnel painted.
Run right into the wall. Yep.
Exactly. Right into the rock.
Since
All right.
since I had 20 minutes to think about it, I'm going with Charlie Brown.
Okay.
Just because I got to kick that football. No. When I join bourbon competitions, the only thing that's playing in the background is Mr. Failure Face. Mr. Failure Face, back and forth. That's about it. But Charlie Brown for sure.
That's a good one, Top Dog.
Second would be Scooby Doo because I always want a snack.
You got a Scooby impersonation for us?
Oh, definitely not Shaggy. Definitely not.
nope.
I can't even go. Oh, nope.
Oh, there you go.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. I'm gonna unmute Bourbon and Balls. There we go.
All right, we've got their answer. So,
And Richie Z, thank you. He says, Laura, you and Troy look great, by the way, and so do Tom and John. I guess Charlie
Thank you,
and
Richie
Jeff
Z.
do not look great.
Charlie looks like the Grinch, and Jeff looks
Hold
like the
on.
snowman.
Hold on. You guys are in 4K. and
Oh,
we are-
wait, there he goes. He says the Bourbon and Balls do too.
Okay. Tom and John, for 1 point, which one of these samples has a craft whiskey component?
And I will mute
And then she'll mute you.
two. They're muted. Okay.
Charlie and Jeff,
Mhm.
each one of you gets your own answer here.
Yes, sir.
What cartoon character do you most relate with? and I want to hear your impersonation.
Ooh. Wow.
Everyone's
I,
saying
I
the
want,
Grinch.
I want to hear
still.
Charlie do the Grinch so bad.
You know what? Let me just say, like, contrary to what people say in the chat, well, basically everybody, I am not the Grinch.
The noise.
Yeah, they were talking Looney Tunes characters. That's kind of what I'm thinking too, as far as like Yosemite Sam or
You?
yeah, or oh man, man, I don't know.
I think you gotta let chat decide what kind of character
Yeah,
you are.
maybe Elmer Fudd.
Elmer Fudd would be
Rob
about right.
says Burl Ives. I don't know who that
Yes,
is.
that's what I'm saying.
That's the snowman.
The snowman.
That's the snowman from.
But I can't do an impersonation of it. Oh, well, I mean,
No, he's all serious. He's all serious
I
and stuff.
mean,
No, we all agree I'm the Grinch, apparently.
you're yeah.
And the snowman.
So you know what? That wasn't really that hard of a question there, Troy, because apparently we already who we are.
You know who you are. That's good. I'm going to unmute you two over
He's
here.
gonna place it. He's gonna place it.
All right, guys, we're on to the bonus round. You've survived all of the questions.
And now you get more because they're bonus questions.
I mean, you don't actually have to answer these if you don't want to, but you're leaving points out there. Potential
All
points.
the interview questions are done. So
Yeah,
you survived that.
No more interview questions.
All right.
Okay.
How do y'all feel about it so far?
Not great. Not real
great.
confident.
This is an opportunity to be on the plus side.
I will say
do-
this: John and I are at least in lockstep on our answers, but I'm not real confident that our answers are going to be
Correct.
All right.
But they are good. They're good pours.
But we're
Okay.
we're on the same page, though, so that's
Yeah.
important.
Do you still have whiskey left?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Looks
Okay,
I got
good.
plenty.
All right. Bonus question number 1 for 2 points. What is the theme of this blind?
And we will just mute all of you
Jeez.
guys so you can discuss. Man.
Yeah, I mean, we always have a theme if you've watched any
Okay.
of these, so you're all muted. You can talk and do your thing, and Laura and I will attempt to entertain the masses.
I don't know why these wasabi peas were calling my name. I had to have a little bit more of those.
Yeah, I just
We're
poured
done.
us a Weller Full Proof sample. This is courtesy of Mark from Northwest Bourbon.
And the dog must like the wasabi peas because I
And
wiped my hand on my pants
it's
and now he's
fantastic.
licking my leg.
And
That's
here's a
gross.
hot take. I think Weller Full Proof is better than Antique 107.
Is that a hot take? I think a lot of people feel that way.
I don't think anybody feels that way but me. I could be wrong.
So who was it? Troy would make a great ER. Prescription bourbon, you are not the first person to say that. In fact,
During our blend vent,
yeah, there
Whiskey
was a,
Wisdom Matt sent in Troy's Eeyore blend.
yes, because he always calls Troy Eeyore because everything is awful. There's a rain cloud, the storm's coming, the world is ending. It's awful. So Jeff should have been the Hamburglar. When is the next blending competition? So Danny, it is going to be again for like things like November, December is when we're going to actually do the competition. So
So we're going to make the announcement like
summertime.
late August, early September. We want to have your blends in October, and we're going to start the competition November, December. It'll be our Advent tournament. So that announcement is coming. Like I said at the beginning of this, for those of you who were not here when we started tonight, we've only got a couple of these trash palette challenges left, and then we're going to retire the series for the summer, and Laura and I will just do some blinds and some not tournaments, some
Wheel of Punishment.
Wheel of Punishment, some
and-
competitions amongst ourselves. We might have a guest here and there, but it's just going to be pretty laid back, low key, just us having fun on the live stream. And then the next big format thing we're going to do is the blending competition, and we'll make that announcement towards the fall, and that'll be a holiday blending tournament, just like it was last year.
So Torb, I don't know if Myron and Carlos will end up competing. They were scheduled, and Myron had to cancel, and so it's just hard to. It's a hard time of the year to get people to commit to. So it could be next year. I don't know, since we're gonna retire this for the season.
We're going to do everything we can to make that happen. There's also the Storytime Shane versus Doc competition. But for whatever reason, the scheduling didn't work out and they had to move. Well, the closer you get to summertime and everybody's vacations, the harder it is to get dates that work for everybody. So that's kind of where we are. We will do our due diligence to try to make those happen and facilitate those competitions. But if they don't happen this year, we're going to save them probably till after the first of the year. But we're going to do our best. So
Bourbon Baller Lee says, "How about a trash whiskey challenge as a penalty for the viewers?"
I mean, I don't hate that. So this is the Bourbon and Balls answer.
Ooh, that was a spicy bite.
Wasabi pea, and it was spicy. Go figure. Lee, I'm going to text you. Hopefully you still got some of your Knob Creek pick left. I may need another one. So I'll text you and we'll figure that out. So we can bring Bourbon and Balls back out because they've given their answer. So you guys are unmuted now, Charlie and Jeff.
Are you chewing on those peas?
Can you hear it?
Yes. No, I'm just saying. I'm seriously going to go out and buy some of those.
I mean, think of like a wasabi flavored cornut. That's kind of the texture.
Man, I'm intrigued. I really want to try
They're
these.
not as hard as a corn nut though. They're very crunchy.
I think they're kind of freeze dried or something. They're just
I know, but I'm
Well, it's not even. It looks like a pea, but it's not even that. It says that the ingredients are peas and rice flour and wheat flour, so they must like grind it up and then make it look like a pea.
Are they good for you? They're not really good for you, but I mean, are they?
I highly doubt it.
So how many is in a serving? Let's see here.
Oh, there's a bunch.
A third a cup.
A third of a cup is 140 calories.
That's a lot. A third of a cup.
Mm-hmm.
A third of a cup of peas. Did you unmute?
Oh no, wasn't sure if they were still giving you an
I'm gonna give
answer.
that a whirl.
Right.
I'm gonna give it a whirl this week.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna get some this week.
All right.
It probably is canola oil.
Next bonus question for 2 points.
Sunflower, no better.
Place
Palm
these
oil.
whiskeys. What?
Uh-oh.
Place these whiskeys in order of proof from lowest to highest.
Oh,
What's
son of a
nice?
bitch.
Lowest to highest.
Okay, I'll mute you guys. Muting them all. Oh yeah, tore up. They are definitely
Okay,
not
so
good.
Lee has
They've also
more.
got
Excellent.
colorings and all kinds of junk in there.
Any movement, Lee, on your Baller Batch 1? Because I need that in my life.
Which one is that? Is that toasted?
No, that's the Elijah Craig that was near Hazmat.
Oh, not the toasted.
And it's been like tied up in transit for over a month.
How dare they?
I know, right?
They shouldn't say, "Oh yeah, we got it bottled and ready for you," and then just nothing.
An FYI, for the 70 plus people watching, there is a free giveaway that is currently collecting your entries. #jerk. Type it into the chat. Rick Moreland just typed it in there. We got you entered. And we will get you on the wheel for this spin that's coming up here in just a few minutes. There's also a patron-only giveaway for anybody that's a paid patron at any level, and there is a super chat giveaway for anybody that wants to super chat.
Looking up these liver crisps.
Oh, so
They keep
finally
talking
checked
about.
in at the distributor, hopefully this week. So I've got Monday and Tuesday off, Lee. I've worked Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So if you get it like Monday, let me know and I'll drive up Tuesday.
Did you say it was Carnivore Snacks that has your liver crisps? Because I don't see. I got lots of different meat, but I'm not seeing livers and heart and that kind of stuff.
And then the other one is...
I do enjoy that one team is sticking with A, B, C, D, and the other one is sticking with 1, 2, 3, 4. So
You can unmute everybody.
I wonder if you labeled them differently or if
No, they're
It's
labeled
just how
1,
it
2,
is.
3, 4. We just did A, B, C, D.
it's okay. I can figure out that one
it's-
is A
it's all
and A is
good.
one.
It's all
Carnivore
good.
Crisps.
I should have
Okay.
earlier.
The final bonus question. And then there will be a tiebreaker question, but that don't count unless there's a tie. For 3 points each, guess these bottles.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
It's like I said, it's bonus questions.
It's
so,
all bonus. 3
we'll
points
mute-
each.
mute
Guess
you
these
guys
bottles.
again, and if you want to guess, you can.
You're all
If not,
muted. Talk
then,
amongst yourselves.
It'll be Thursday. I'll get it, but we'll make sure I save as many as you need for yourself and the community if necessary.
Appreciate you, Lee.
Gosh, now I want this meat snacks here.
Are you ordering? Are you drunk?
I
Drunk
am
ordering?
not. He's going to email us to give us a discount code
Hmm.
so I'll sober order it tomorrow.
Okay, perfect.
Is that better?
That's much better. Oh, I am going to pour myself a little bit more water, and then I'm going to pour myself a lot more whiskey.
Oh yeah, don't pour whiskey in my glass. It's full of water.
I see that. I would not do that to you.
Would not be a good surprise to have some real watered down whiskey.
Everybody in chat, you should take this opportunity to hydrate as well. It's so important for your health.
Guest travelers for all. At least you'll get some points. We don't even have a traveler's bottle, so do not guess travelers because we don't have one of those.
We had one.
We had one. We gave it away.
Well, we drank it in cocktails. We gave away a couple samples, but we drink it in cocktails because nobody wants Traveler.
A few people were happy to get it because they were, they then didn't have to buy it to know what it tasted like.
All right, what am I pouring? I think I'm going to go back to some more of that Widow Jane Black Opal 20-year, 99 proof.
Okay, well, if you're going to
Mizunara
have
oak.
that, then I will have the Barrel King.
You can have some. This is Barrel King Batch 81, Porter's First. This is what Laura's going to be drinking. That's from C.A. Scotty. Mine is from Lance from State Line.
Rick Moreland says, I think I made it home, but where did all these cows come from?
Rick, I hope you're not driving. I hope you add a Uber.
Maybe your wife, your lady is driving you.
It smells
Miss Mary
so unique.
it is not for me though. Does not fit my palate.
It's not your jam, as the kids say.
So to save people money, if they put in for a submission for our tournament, probably not. They could keep their quality, expensive black opal, and not put it in the mix.
I think this year for the blending tournament, we should have a rule like no allocation. And allocation means something different for everybody. I get that. So we'll have to define what allocation is. I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
We got a lot to think about.
We'll figure it out.
And we're open to suggestions from those that participated and would like to see something a little different.
Yeah. The Rye Guy is hydrating while allowing Wild Turkey 101 8-year, 70th, and 12-year to get a little air before doing a blind with them.
Now, yeah, you weren't here earlier, I don't think, when we talked about it. We did the 8-year versus 70th.
Just like a quick, we were just drinking before the show, and we got the 8-year, so we poured it in a glass, and we were going to just drink that, and then I was like, I think the 70th was better, so then we poured that. And they were similar. The 70th just has a little more fruitiness to it, to me.
Yeah.
But the 8-year was pretty good.
Yeah, no complaints about either, and the price for both was spot on. I wish more companies would put out whiskeys in that mid $40 price range. All right, we've got the Bourbon and Balls answers.
Dickie, huh? Is that like Little Dickie?
And you can unmute Charlie and Jeff.
Yeah.
Bourbon Baller Lee says allocations equals any Buffalo Trace tater bottle. I'm sure. Do people really come in and ask for these bottles all the time?
Oh, I've literally been there when they're like, Lee, you got a call online, whatever, and he's like, yeah, it was some tater wanting to know if there's Bland's.
That's just crazy. That's just crazy. Rick says, I think I'm in the middle of a field somewhere. Oh, jeez. I hope he's joking.
Are you alone, Rick? Should we send help?
So, Dennis, I didn't realize they were the same price. I thought it was still a little bit cheaper. But yeah, I think the rare breed's better.
Didn't Rick say his headlights weren't working earlier?
I wasn't paying attention.
I think Rick said earlier on the life on the patio that his headlights weren't working and he might need somebody to come get him.
Well, then that could be how he ends up in a...
He's in a cow field somewhere, he says.
That's about
He
right.
thought he was home, but he didn't know where the cows came from.
That's about right, Troy.
He's got cows now.
And that's just it, if his headlights were working too.
And now we got one more bonus question.
No, this next one is a tiebreaker. It only comes into play if there's a tie.
Okay.
So I want to know the total proof of all 4 whiskeys.
Added together. So I'm going to mute
This
you guys.
this is not Price is Right rules. It's not closest without going over. It's just closest to.
Rick says, just messing with you guys. I'm in bed. I was hoping you were just messing with us. I was getting a little worried. I'm a worrier.
Yeah, let's see here. Wild Turkey Rare Breed in Oregon is $49.95.
So it's only $5 difference.
Wild Turkey 8-year 101 is $44.95.
Yeah, $5 difference. I think that $5 is a big step up for the rare breed, though.
Now, what is the... I know Rare Breed doesn't come with an age statement, but what is it rumored to be?
I don't know. You think I'm supposed to know this stuff, Troy? You're the turkey
I mean,
guy.
somebody in chat's going to tell us, I'm sure.
Randall says, time to break out the abacus. Mr. Mom, we need a Dickel, Claremont Steep, and Hidden Barn blend. Please don't do that to us. We don't want to score that and come up with... I mean, maybe it's good, and we just don't know, but that's close.
All right, let's unmute everybody.
6 to 8 year. That's what I was thinking too, right, guy?
I'm going to let Laura do some math over there, and remember,
Yep.
you got this guy right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got points to add.
All right, no more questions. Tom is
He's
somewhere.
done. He's done. He had
He's going to
enough.
get he's going to get the white flag. Yeah. He's going to get
All right.
the white flag. We surrender.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, you might be
So,
surprised.
so Charlie and Jeff, you guys were scheduled to do this a couple months ago, and according to T over at Life from the Patio, you chickened out.
Yeah, right.
No,
We
we
had a bourbon tasting
we-
to do.
No, we didn't. Have a
Yeah,
birthday.
yeah, that's what they all say. We finally got you on screen. How do you feel about your performance tonight?
A 0. And if negative was a number, then we take that.
But as far as Life from the Patio, we didn't want to embarrass him, so that's why we cut it.
Yeah.
Tom and John, how do you guys feel about your performance tonight?
Well, we definitely agree on Cheez-Its for
Yeah.
sure. Def Leppard is a score. So I feel as if we're really getting to know each other that way. So I think we did good on all the questions.
Yeah, I feel like we were at least in sync with our responses.
Yes.
How good our answers are, well, yeah, I'm not too confident, but
We're gonna find out real soon. Artfully
There we
Bourbon
go.
in the house. Cheers, y'all.
Can we talk about the glasses we had yet?
Sure. Talk away.
Yeah, talk away.
I mean, my number 4 has char in it.
There's actual char. in it.
wow.
Yeah. There's a
That's
piece
impressive.
of char in that. So that's what
Nice.
that's got me thinking.
All mine are gone.
No, mine ain't gone. I can pour more, but I got 2. If I was a gold person, I would say I got $80, but I got 2 pieces of char in it.
That's a big chunk of char then.
Yeah.
$80 chunk of char there.
Yeah,
nice.
but what is it? $2,000 an ounce, so there's not that much char in it. I got 2 flakes.
Yeah, see, I don't see any of that in mine.
Amen to our.
What's Torb say?
I definitely know my favorite
I was gonna say, which sample was your favorite?
one.
Yes.
Number 1 was your favorite. Okay.
Yeah.
Controversial.
Yeah.
We're in agreement here as well.
Yeah, one was one of the best
Okay.
ones. There may be some
Wow.
single malt in this. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
Tom, are you thinking 1?
I think one tracks as a single malt.
Okay.
Is it your favorite of the blend?
Is that my favorite? No, I think my favorite was either 2 or 3, probably 3.
Okay.
Do you think A or
Interesting.
1 with the single malt? Is that what you said?
That's my. I'm thinking that number 1 was a single malt, or it's pot pot still.
If the number 1's single malt, I'm gonna go streaking.
Yeah, let's play it with single malt.
What-
Come on.
What did he say? And can we get that in writing?
He said he's gonna go streaking.
There's no
If
way.
one is
There's
single.
no way. I swear to God.
You should
There's
walk
no
that
way.
back, Charlie, because nobody here wants to see that.
No, that is true.
Yeah, go.
Hey, no, he said what he said. He's a big boy.
That's right.
Yep. Scone says 1 is Blanton's.
It's
No.
number 1 is not Blanton's.
No,
We'll
Promise
find
you
out.
No,
No.
it's a hell of a lot better than Blanton.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Blanton's
BMC's
is all
holding out
fake
for a
cherry.
one-
Blanton's could be
175
in this
Blanton's.
fight, but it's not number 1.
Right.
I think a 175 of Blanton's would be like basketball size, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Is there such a thing?
Yeah, I've never seen one.
No, I see like the hand grenade size and like
Or
the
did it have to be for
pineapple
this?
size.
Yeah, I got one of those little ones somewhere around here. Overpaid for it.
Okay.
I paid for as much as that as I did for a bottle, but I got one somewhere.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think I bought a Blanton's in about 3-4 years.
During the
No.
pandemic, I filled out my Blanton's board and got my Buffalo Trace thing that they send you with all the cop toppers.
Loser.
But then after that, after I tasted it, I was done.
Exactly. Same with me, man. As soon as I got all the letters and sent it to Buffalo Trace, they sent me the big thing.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm good.
I made my own board and just, tasted 3 of them. And if I get them, I give them away as wedding gifts.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. You guys want to know how well you did?
No.
I mean, I guess that's kind of the point of the deal, but
Troy, I'm actually more intrigued with these peas that Laura's trying.
Yeah.
I'm
She's
more
like-
interested to know what number 1 was because I'm so confident that it was either a single malt or a pot distilled whiskey.
No,
Okay.
no single malt.
Yeah,
I will just no.
All right, so there we go. That's what I want to know.
I'll lose it if it's a freaking single malt on
All
anything.
right.
Let's go.
Well, I'm gonna go through this and let you guys know how well you did and what each thing was.
You're going to go through it, but we're going to go through something.
What?
Never mind.
All right. Sample number 1. On the nose, we asked the proof. And is it finished? Or no, on the nose, we asked is it finished. On the palate, we asked the proof. Bourbon and Balls said yes and 93. Tom and John said yes and 104. Sample number 2, same questions. Is it finished? And what is the proof? Bourbon and Balls said no and 100 proof. Tom and John, no, 100 proof.
Oh, look at them apples.
Sample number 3, same questions. Is it finished and what is the proof? Bourbon and Balls said yes, it is finished and 105. Tom and John said no and 95. Sample number 4, same questions. On the nose, is it finished? On the palate, what is the proof? Bourbon and Balls said yes, 105. Bourbon Jerk and Top Dog said yes and 92.
Uh-oh.
Okay. When we got through the nose and the palate and onto just the general questions. Question number 1, I said which of these samples is bourbon? Bourbon and Balls said A and B. Bourbon Jerk and Top Dog said 2.
Yes, we're switching between A and B and 1, 2, 3, 4.
So I assume you meant 1 and
What's
2.
A and B?
Yeah, it's same thing. Same thing.
Whatever.
Same thing.
I think I
Crunch,
get what
crunch,
you're saying. Were we supposed to guess more than one?
Now, I just said which of these samples is bourbon.
Fair. Okay, you did.
So, Dennis, I will stop eating the peas. He said when I slow down and try to crunch quietly,
Oh, no.
it's actually
I love
louder. I will
Just put 'em over here.
Just push them away.
She can't
Push 'em
control
away.
herself. I'm so sorry for all of
I
you
was
people
trying
at
to be
home.
really quiet, and I was like, "This is really loud."
Everybody in this chat is going to go out and get peas now this week.
And they're gonna be like, "This is gross."
Now, I will tell you, which sample was bourbon or which samples were bourbon. The correct answer was 1.
No fucking way.
Oh man.
Oh, that.
What did we say?
I'm not sure.
You
You
got-
said 1 and 2.
You
So
guys said 1 and 2.
we gave you half a
We
point.
gave you a half a point.
Jesus.
At least it ain't single malt.
All right. Question number 2. Which of these samples has the highest age statement? Bourbon and Balls said C, so I'm assuming 3. Bourbon Jerk and Top Dog said 4. The correct answer is 4.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Next question. Which of these samples has the highest proof? Bourbon and Balls said C or 3. Bourbon Jerk and Top Dog said 1.
Really?
The correct answer was 2.
What?
Wow.
2.
Swung and miss on that one.
Yep. Same with us.
At what? Well, you're not going to tell us. Right?
Not yet. It'll come real soon.
We're almost there. Next question. Which of these samples has the lowest proof? Bourbon and Balls says A or 1. Tom and John says 4.
Yeah.
The correct answer was 1.
Oh, that's why he told us who won. Because right now it just
Oh,
shows a
shit.
tie. That's why.
Okay. Next question. Which of these samples is finished? Bourbon and Balls said 3. Bourbon Jerk and Top Dog said 4. The correct answer was 3.
Wow.
Damn.
Damn.
We're
Nice
like
job, guys. Nice
we're like
job.
the blind- no. Don't be congratulating us. We're like the blind squirrel.
All right. Next one. Which of these samples has a craft whiskey component?
Oh.
Bourbon and Balls said 4. Bourbon Jerk and Top Dog said 1. The correct answer was 4.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
You guys are killing it.
They like
No,
those
we're
bonus
not.
questions. They like the bonus questions or the straight
Damn.
questions.
I like the team up right now. The freaking what Laura's
First bonus question, I asked you, what is the theme of the blind? Bourbon and Balls said they were Northwest whiskeys. Bourbon Jerk and Top Dog said they were all Penelope. Both of those are incorrect.
Oh,
Nice.
man.
Place these whiskeys in order of proof from lowest to highest. Bourbon and Balls said 1, 2, 4, 3. Tom and John said 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer was 1, 4, 3, 2. No points there, but there was a hidden bonus point here that if your order matches your answers above, you got a bonus point. So like when I asked you which is the highest, which is the lowest, and you both answered that correct, so you both got that bonus point.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
So you were true to yourselves, basically.
That's rare.
For 3 points each, I asked, what are these bottles?
Yeah.
Bourbon and Balls said Redwood Empire,
that's
Fiddler.
what they're drinking.
Westward, and Dickey. Bourbon Jerk and Top Dog said Westward, Penelope Weeded, Penelope 9, and Penelope Rio.
Oh my god! You know what? If they get that shit right, they deserve to win the whole damn thing. They're so specific.
Nobody
I don't
got
think we're hitting any of
those
them.
correct. Now we do have a winner, but I'm going to tell you the tiebreaker question. I asked, what is the total proof of all 4? Bourbon and Balls said 395, and Bourbon Jerk and Top Dog said 391. That's like the closest I've ever seen anybody say. The correct answer was 452.2.
Wow.
Whoa.
There's a bit more alcohol
Oh
than
my
you
goodness.
guys were thinking.
All right, so
All
maybe
right.
our control pours were a little too high.
So I'm definitely drunker than I think I am. Is that what you're saying?
Wow, yeah.
Possibly.
Shall we reveal or shall we give some whiskey away?
Let's reveal.
All right, we'll just reveal. We won't be cruel. We'll reveal. So, sample number 1. You guys were drinking at 111.1 proof.
Wow.
This is the bourbon in the batch in this flight. It's Bardstown Discovery 6.
Wow. Huh.
Telling you, that was a single malt.
Well, what weird stuff does
That is 68% Kentucky 11 year, 16% Tennessee 17 year, and 16% Indiana 7 year.
Wow.
So Tom,
least
you've
that
had
was my
some
favorite.
you've had some Tennessee whiskey now.
That was disco what, Troy?
Disco number 6.
Wow. Oh, I was way off on that one.
So is that Tennessee whiskey Dickel?
Well, I don't know what it is.
I mean, they didn't say, but it's widely believed to be 17-year-old Dickel. Yeah.
Wow.
But it said as I don't know. It says straight bourbon whiskey, so maybe it's the brand that doesn't
Dick.
say Does Dickel say straight bourbon whiskey or do they say Tennessee whiskey? Because that's different.
I'm assuming they go by mash bill. I don't know.
Well, either way,
Sample-
that hit me like an American single malt or a pot distilled whiskey. Sure.
Yeah, it literally says blend of straight bourbon whiskeys right on the label.
And I have that bottle, and I have not visited that in a long time.
Yeah, and you guys all said that was your favorite, and that's
Yeah.
controversial because most people did not like Disco 6. They thought that was the start of the decline of the discos.
Well, maybe
Wow.
that's why they thought it tasted like a single malt or, a little strange.
They thought it was their
even like
favorite,
a bourbon.
Five.
Yeah.
Disco 5
Okay.
was what Dickel was. So.
Yeah.
Sample number 2 coming in at 114.5.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Jesus.
It's the Disco 7.
Eric says it's 5 that was the bad one.
And Disco
5 was
7,
Well, we know the theme.
Yeah, shit.
31% Kentucky 12 year, 25% Kentucky 12 year, different mash bills. 21% Ontario 12 year.
Ontario.
100% corn.
That's
whiskey.
100% corn whiskey, that Ontario. 15% Indiana.
Yeah.
15% Indiana rye, actually. And 8% Tennessee 17 year. Yeah. Sample number 3. Coming in at 114.1 proof.
Oh my goodness.
Disco 8. Now, this was the only finished whiskey in the bunch. And they have a little QR code on the side there that if you scan it, it'll tell you that they rebarreled it in a charred oak barrel with 5 different types of oak staves.
But yeah, other than that, it doesn't really say that it's finished on
Yeah,
the on the
you
label.
got to go to the QR code,
code.
which takes you to their website, which explains that.
You know, I will say that if there was a finish on any of them, it was very subtle.
Yeah.
So that kind of tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I originally thought these were all kind of double oaks to begin with.
You just need to.
All right,
We-
all right,
Well,
All
that
right.
one is. That one isn't.
Sample number 4 coming in at 112.5 proof. This was the only one with a craft component in it. It's Disco number 9. And this one, they built this blend around an 8-year-old Georgia craft whiskey.
So this was about decline. This was when
No,
'cause
10
Well,
decline.
that's what I'm saying. 10 was kind of like the bottom of the rim, and then they kind of came up from there.
Yeah.
I don't think I've tried any of these until tonight.
Well,
I have not even.
There's
I think I
been
tried
Dickel in all
several
4
of
of them.
Man.
Hmm.
How can
All
we
right,
be so
so-
far? How can we be so far off in the proofs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we're
both
way
were,
off,
so they
dude.
must drink easy. They
Yeah.
must
Yeah.
drink easy tonight.
100%.
With a final score of 3 to 6.5. The winners, Bourbon and Balls.
Congratulations, guys.
Hey,
Congratulations.
cheers to you guys, man. Good job.
we are the blind squirrel.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers,
You
y'all.
did great.
Hey, you got your nut.
No,
Yeah, no shit.
I don't have any bourbon left 'cause I drink it all.
Guys, that was a lot of fun.
That was fun.
Speaking of that,
That was a blast.
we need to give away some free whiskey.
All right, Laura is pushing us right along here.
Dude, I'm telling you that number
Free
one
whiskey
drink.
giveaway.
I just had another sip of that. That tastes like a single malt.
I might have to have a little sip.
I'm
of
not
it to
letting
see if I
go.
can-
That was the 6, right? Sample 1.
Yeah.
Laura's gonna pour it up. We're gonna see if we agree. Single malt.
Oh, I know a
we
single
it's
malt. when I
bourbon.
taste it.
So
So we thought.
you thought there was a single malt in there, though.
I
So
thought it was
I don't know that
because-
you could call that. There was
Yeah.
no.
Which one did you think was a single malt?
4.
Yeah, I thought 4 was a single malt.
4? See, 4 was so light it was hard to tell. anything. To me, I thought it was like a 90 proofer.
Mm.
No, it's actually 112.
That's really what's the proof on that? 111. I'd guess lower than that as well. I think that drank really light.
Well, it doesn't help that Jeff's control pour was like 117 proof today. So
It's Jeff's fault.
I told you, you're going with cask strength for your control pour. That's a bold move.
you did. You did.
But that drink light for 111. I probably
Shit,
would
I'm
guess
telling
less than
you,
100.
Wild Turkey 101 hit harder than a lot of these.
So did the Heaven
Yes.
Hill Bottle and Bond hit harder than all of them.
I
Katie's
thought
hurt in
number
the house.
2
Hey,
could have
Katie.
been Heaven Hill Bottled and Bond.
And I think that shows that age mellows down the proof on a lot of
Okay.
those.
Sometimes it does, for sure. I'm going to spin the wheel.
Yeah,
now.
so hold on a quick second.
Okay, I guess I'm not.
We still got a hashtag. There's hashtag jerks coming in. Laura's getting ready to spin the wheel, y'all. If you've not entered hashtag jerk, this is for 4 2-ounce samples from our collection. These are free to you. We just need your address. So, like 30 seconds to type that in there, and then we're going to spin this wheel and give this away. Then we'll do the patron spin, and then we'll do the super chat spin, and then
Which
we'll
one has the page statement?
move on to an after hours.
You have that? Which one was the
We've
highest?
got Keith Glandon in. We've got Life from the Patio in.
Mhm.
We got Roger Reese in.
I think
Cheers,
most of those
Roger.
people were already
All right.
in because the number went up by 1. Hashtag Grinch, says Dave Fogelson.
Should see hashtag Tater for Vogelsang.
Dave.
Dennis Trish, are you still present?
Oh, nice. Brand new.
See one of the ones
There he is.
There he is.
that just entered? No.
Good for you, man.
Let's see.
Congrats, Dennis.
There he
You go,
is.
Dennis.
Dennis, we got you down here.
He didn't even see he'd won by the time he did that comment.
Yeah.
So quick.
And I've already got your contact info, so no need to email me.
Hey, Troy, which one was
All
the
right,
highest?
let's
age
do
statement?
the patron wheel.
Yeah, I guess we need.
Highest age statement was sample 4. It had that 8-year Georgia.
Okay.
Because the
That
rest of them
tracks.
have like a.
The rest of them had 7-year Kentucky.
I mean, they all have older stuff in them, but they.
But you always go by the
you
lowest.
go by the lowest. So
All right. Okay.
yeah, that.
Thank you.
Yeah, number 1 was 68% 11-year, 16% 17-year, and 16% 7-year. So it just had that little bit of young stuff
Yeah,
in there
and
to
that's-
screw it up.
That 7-year that was in all of those is, I believe, Bardstown's own juice.
Mm. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
That's wild.
Chris-
I mean,
Trying.
great theme.
Yeah,
Troy?
guys, thanks so much for being good sports and
These are
participating.
so different. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. Me and John were going back. I'm like, I think one is like maybe that's a westward single malt.
Oh, you went for?
I got the same reaction as
Yeah,
Tom
you
with
guys
this.
both tried to fit westward into this.
We sure
Yeah.
did.
No, I think a lot of people guess Westward as their sample.
Well, because
It's tracking to me as American single malt, and I'm thinking, well, obviously you guys are Pacific Northwest, so that,
Right.
Yep.
it
And
just
we've
makes
done a
sense.
westward pick, so
yeah.
Okay, let's do our patron only giveaway, which is a what did we say it is?
this
It's
is the
a
overrated
Old Forester statement and a 1924.
Jeff, you're on this, right?
So she's going to add the wheel to the stage. I think you got to remove that one. There you go.
Yeah.
I was quick on that. I wasn't sure. It
You,
wasn't even on
you
the
spun
screen.
it before it was on the screen. That's okay.
Two. All right. Perfect.
Description mark.
Our expert.
Okay,
Flag.
DMC, congratulations.
The DMC.
Congratulations.
Good for you,
Congrats.
man. He's a good
We'll
dude.
get that in the mail to you, buddy. Yeah, DMC's a great guy. He was on here against Steven Scone Shelf Sippers for a Trash Palette Challenge.
Is it Steven or
Travis
Steven?
says, look at this motley crew, especially the guy with all that turkey behind him.
Oh, that's not me.
All right, now we're going to do the
Not me.
paid wheel. Laura's got to put that together. So we get to entertain everybody while Laura's doing the wheel.
Hey, bourbon and balls.
Give you
So
the
I see there's still Austin Tanninger in your background. Is that the best bottle of the bunch, or is that no? What's your favorite?
I gotta be honest with you. It's I know this is a craft distillery, but right now it's Crittenden's cut above. It's a cigar
Okay.
cut. This is absolutely phenomenal. We
All right.
love it. It's a $70 bottle, but as we all know, that price doesn't really matter. Meaning that we can find cheaper ones out there that are just as good. But
Okay.
I freaking love this. This is probably my favorite. And then
Right. Quick question for you guys. I know I just subscribed to your channel recently. What state are you guys in?
Ohio.
Cincinnati.
Ohio?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Where are you guys at?
I'm in Michigan. Top
And I'm
dog
in
is in Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Oh, nice. So we do a meetup in Ohio.
Yeah, we got a meetup coming up in
June
New
7th.
Riff, June 7th. Yeah,
So
we're doing that with Cash 529.
I'm sorry, what do you got coming up?
Meetup.
Meetup.
Cash
Okay.
529's we're having a meetup with Cash 529 on June 7th at New Riff.
Awesome.
Well, that should be fun. I bet Gandy will be there.
Yes.
Gandy, I think
Gandy's
Gandy's
not
already
missing a
there.
trip to New Riff.
I think Gandy's in the parking lot now as we speak.
He's already there. I love it.
He's
I'll
if
be
he's
there at
not in the
6
parking
a.m.
lot already, he's at the tattoo shop getting his next New Riff tattoo.
Yeah.
You know, Roger Reese is in Ohio. He's in, but he's in Toledo, so he's at the northern tip.
Nice.
Charles getting W8 the bird on his ass, so that's what we're having.
Oh,
that.
You
yeah.
get a tattoo?
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing it. Until Gandy does it, I'm not doing it.
EJ, I am in Metro Detroit, brother.
So, how
So-
far are you from Ever North?
Yeah.
Evernorth is about an hour and a half from where I am. Evernorth is in, to be honest, in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
They are like the field of dreams of NDPs. They are in the middle of nowhere. So when I'm headed up there, if I see anybody getting off at that exit, I know that's where they're going.
I had the stalker, the midnight stalker, or what it was. That was so good last week.
Yeah, they've got some really good bottles out there, and I'm going to be doing a pick with Dusty Dan and Gary Franchi, World's Worth Barber Channel.
Nice.
Drifting Drams. Hello again, whiskey friends.
That'll be
In
fun.
about
Love that channel.
2 weeks. So
Nice.
keep your eye open for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's gonna
Evernorth
be a
is
good one.
yeah. That's. I mean, as far as distilleries goes or NDPs go, it's in my backyard.
Yeah. You're lucky to have that. They do really good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the stuff that they're putting out, 100% agree with you. You know, the blends and the finishes that they've done, really good. Sure.
I never had a bad pour from those guys at all.
Yeah.
At all. It's so good.
Released one today. I don't know what the name of it
Yeah.
is. We just released it today.
We've
What,
not had
what do we
any
got
other
going here,
bottles, but
Troy?
We've had samples from several of them, and it is all good. So this is the super chat giveaway. I want everyone to take a look at the wheel and make sure you see your name if you've super chatted us tonight. We'll give you a minute to chime in, and then we'll spin the wheel and give this away. This is for the 15-year whiskeys. Just want to make sure that everybody has a chance to see themselves. And guys, if you're new to us and you super chatted tonight and I've never sent you anything, please email us. Our email is in the description to every video we ever put out, and it's also on our page and in the description for this live stream.
Hopefully it is in the description of the live
And
stream.
yeah, Laura takes care of all that. I'm assuming it's there. And she probably will even put it on the screen momentarily and let you see that. But if you don't win the 15-year whiskeys, I want to at least get the sticker to you. That's kind of one of the things we do when you super chat us. You get a sticker, and potentially you can win some good whiskey.
Okay, well, I'm going to shuffle it 3 times because that's what I always do, except for last week where you made me do a different number. Messed me all up.
We let the crowd pick how many.
We do not.
There you go.
I always
We did
do
last
3.
week.
You picked. Okay, I'm going to spin the wheel and see who wins.
All right.
I'll be right back.
And thank you again to everybody that super chatted tonight.
There you go, Rob Rhodes.
Rob
There you go.
Rhodes. Congratulations.
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 There we go.
Okay, so we are going to, in the stream, we're going to play an outro video. Laura is going to put a link in the chat for is it Google Meet?
Yeah.
It's a Google Meet hangout. We do this instead of a StreamYard because StreamYard limits us to 10 people. Google Meet, we can have 100 people on screen with us.
100.
So,
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We don't have 100, but you know.
Yeah, we don't ever have that many. It's more like 10 to 25, 30, somewhere in there. But we would we would ask you guys to join us if you want. If you got to get on with your lives, we understand. No hard feelings. We will put the link in the description to the video as well. She's doing that right now as we speak.
In case
Well, hey, Troy,
someone,
as you're
you
doing
know-
that, I want to say this. The last time that you guys had me on, I think was at the beginning of like September, maybe, of last year. And, you know, I was kind of looking at your channel, and you were just shy of 2,000 subs. So, obviously, you've blown past that since that time. So, congratulations to you guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we had a very
I
strange
know
viral short.
You were kind of like you not wanting to jinx it, and you were kind of hitting a wall on like 19 and something. So congratulations to you guys. I know you've blown past that. You're like at like 34, 3,500 at this point. So good for you guys. I just want to say congratulations and
Thank you
keep
so
up
much.
the good work. You know, keep doing what you're doing. Keep building the channel. You know, putting out the videos, building the subscriber base, building the Patreon. Good for you guys, man.
Appreciate that.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Yeah, we got very, very fortunate. Somehow we put out a short video that went viral. It's got almost 2 million views.
2 million? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's the craziest thing ever.
Which one is it? I gotta go back and look.
It's called Day Drinking, and it's
Okay.
It's literally
All
just
right.
Troy rubbing 2 bottles together out in our yard.
It's 11 seconds long. The caption is like spelled in a funky order because I didn't proofread it, and it's got
which is probably why it went viral because people, you know,
Isn't
hated
this
that
so
he
weird?
wrote it wrong.
You know, and Troy, I want to say the last time I talked to you, I mentioned it, and you were like, not wanting to jinx it. You're like, you know what? We're kind of stuck here at like 19 and something.
Yeah.
And so good for you guys. You've blown right past it. It's good to see. So keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean that video's been out a month and a half, and it's still averaging more than 4,000 views an hour.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
It's so random what hits the algorithm or
I
what
don't
doesn't.
understand how YouTube works.
No, me neither, man. I'm kind of where you were back then. I'm like stuck at like 19 and change. So at some point we'll put a video that like gets a bunch of traction, but recently we haven't. It just everything's kind of like a few hundred here, a few hundred there. We get a couple of subs, but nothing's like really hitting the algorithm. So good for you guys, man. I'd love to see it.
That's great.
Yeah, appreciate that. Guys, we would love to have you all join us at this. Click on the Google Meet link, and that's where we're going to head. We're going to play the outro and end the stream. Thank you all so much. Cheers to you all. We had a blast tonight. So
Very
much fun.
fun.
Hey, cheers to Bourbon and Balls. Way to go, guys. You guys
Cheers,
killed
guys.
it.
Congratulations, guys.
Hey,
Thanks,
cheers to
John,
you
for
guys.
hanging out with me. Cheers,
Thanks,
Troy
Tom.
and Laura, for having us.
Hey, we subscribe to your channel. We're gonna start checking out your videos. I checked it out earlier today. Actually, they're pretty good.
I appreciate that. And I've done the same to you guys. I'm a recent subscriber, so I'll be deep diving into your stuff here as we go forward. So
All right,
cheers. Appreciate you guys.
Cheers,
All right.
man.
Cheers,
See you guys.
everyone.
Cheers.
Have a great night.